Place your first order with us, you will receive a free booklet and DVD full of handy hints, tips and tutorials to help you get started with your new Jewellery Maker hobby.
You can now keep in touch by liking Jewellery Maker UK on Facebook. Get interactive with Jewellery Maker.
There are 2 easy ways to purchase from Jewellery Maker. You can watch our show on Sky, Virgin, Freeview or FreeSat and call our free phone number where you'll be put through to our friendly help team who can place your order. Alternatively, you can go to our website and click the sign up button. Once you have filled in the required details, you can start shopping. You can watch the show by clicking the On Air Now button on the front page. You can also use our quick search tool and narrow down your results. Once you have found an item that you like, you simply click on the Buy Now button and the item will be added to your basket. Don't forget that you can add as many items to your basket per day for only 1 P&P. Enjoy shopping with Jewellery Maker.
Yay! Good morning! Whoop, 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 whee! Yeah. Welcome to Jewellery Maker. Hello. What kind of a welcome was that? That was brilliant, wasn't it? Hey, that was amazing. That was like a come in, sit down. Make yourself comfy. Cup of tea, bacon sandwich. Oh, don't even go there. Oh, don't even go there. Bacon sarnie. Have you had a bacon sandwich this morning, Laura?
I had bacon and scrambled eggs and a piece of toast.
Cheeky.
I did eat it in about 2 minutes because I had to get. I was like, we'll put that. Yeah.
Red sauce or brown sauce?
Red. But I actually quite like both together, but red if I had a choice.
You can have a bit of both, can't you? On a bacon sandwich. Well, definitely on a bacon sandwich you can have a bit of both. Definitely. Bacon and scrambled eggs. See, that sounds really nice.
And a bit of baked beans and a piece of toast.
Baked beans, yeah,
and
nice, nice. Whereas I went to the Golden Arches this morning to get myself a cup of tea and got Laura a cup of tea, and of course had to get some hash browns. Of course, because you can't go to there without getting hash browns. And I got a bag of fruit as well to try and make myself feel a little bit more healthy. Who am I trying to kid? Who am I trying to kid? And there we go. So we've got the lovely, the delectable Laura Binding with us today. She paid me to say that.
I did.
She paid me £5 to say that. We've also got the lovely Chloe with us today. Morning, Chloe. There she is. Cassandra, darling. How are you? Come on, Cass. You know you love it. Gassy. Here she is. Woo! But I'm never going to get tired of that. I just love it. Oh, where's Laura gone? Laura's gone behind the desk. Woo! What's she doing? I don't know.
I was actually putting rubbish in the bin.
You're putting your rubbish in the bin. We've also got Ollie with us today. Good morning, Ollie. How's the back? It's getting better. Come on, Ollie. Come on. And we've also got Laura with it. Good morning, Laura. Come on. There you go. Don't even have to ask anymore. She's up for it. There we go. Right. We've got an amazing show for you today. We are going to be focusing on obviously amazing genuine gemstones. We're going to be focusing on beautiful bundles. We've got loads and 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 loads of wire. We've got so much wire today. I literally have like a sea of wire down here. What do you think the collective is for wire? A something of wire. A something of wire. Text in, actually. I feel like giving away a bead scoop. Text in, the best one wins a bead scoop. Text in 60777. What do you reckon the collective is for wire? You know, like you have a gaggle of geese, you have a pride of lions, you have a herd of elephants. Send your text in 60777. Start your text with the word JM Studio, your name, where you're from, your customer number. Normal network charges apply. And what do you think the collective is for wire? It's not a trick question. It doesn't have to be serious at all. It could be a gizmo of wire. I like that. The best one, Laura's going to pick the best one that she likes. If it's food related, you stand more of a chance. And you're going to win a bead scoop if you are the winner. There we go, fantastic. A hash brown of wire. I like that. A full English of wire. Right, now, we're going to start off with the early bird today, which is a fantastic wire extravaganza. There may be lots and lots and lots of you watching who have never picked up a spool of wire in your life. If you haven't, don't worry, because we've actually got loads and loads and loads coming up on today's show, which you can learn from. You're going to see lots of wire work demos with Laura. You're going to be inspired, whatever level of wire work you're at. We're seeing wire work come to the forefront of so many people's designs. Even when we go to the Wall of Fame and we look at people's Wall of Fame entries and they say, maybe, you know, I haven't worked, I've only just started making pieces of jewellery, and I only started jewellery making maybe 2 or 3 months ago. We're seeing wire work come to the forefront of people's designs. And it's not just really experienced jewellery makers, it's people right at the beginning stages of their hobby as well. I think there's lots of different reasons for that. I think it's because we do have lots and lots of wire experts here on Jewellery Maker. You see lots and lots of demos, we've got lots of fantastic DVDs, we've got lots of fantastic workshops as well. Being able to bring you a wire work early bird is brilliant. Oh, Chloe's got some gorgeous wire work examples there. Thanks, love. So we've got, here are just a couple of the Wall of Fame entries we've got coming up today. Fantastic. Really, really lovely. I'm just seeing whether it is... this has been sent in by Zoe. We're going to be reading this out a little bit later on. So gorgeous wire work there. We've also got some gorgeous detailed wire work here as well. Now, these 2 pieces are obviously done by somebody who's very, very experienced with wire work. But you can just have a go. You can just have a go. It's so versatile. So versatile. Do we have the early bird special, Lovey? What number is it? Because I don't seem to have it on my desk. So we've got the so we've got a fantastic wire work early bird for you today. Now, you may have seen, I haven't seen these before, but we've just recently started to brand our spools of wire. They look awesome. They look really, really awesome. Laura, have you seen these before?
No, it's the first time I've seen it.
They're gorgeous, aren't
really
they?
Cool.
Your early bird special is going to include your Jewellery Maker branded. Ooh! Anyone else want to have it? Thank you. Your Jewellery Maker branded spool of wire. Now, this is 1mm gauge. Now, is this gold plated or gold coloured? Well, it says it's gold coloured. Yeah, so gold coloured copper wire. It's 1mm in gauge. You're going to be getting 10 metres on that spool. I love the branding. It just looks great, doesn't it? You're also going to be getting 10 metres of gold plated 0.4mm gauge wire and 100 metres of 0.25mm gauge wire. So you're getting everything from the thinnest to the thickest gauge of wire that we can offer you here on Jewellery Maker. And then you've got one in the middle, which is 0.4. These 2 wires here, fantastic for your detailing, for your fine detailing on your pieces of wire work. This is what your 1mm gauge wire could be used for. Really, really big, nice, chunky gizmos. Bit of wire wrapping there as well. And you could add lots of lovely detail, lots of lovely swirls and squiggles by using these 2 lots of wire here. It's not very often we bring you a wire work early bird like this. In the fact that you are going to be getting not 20 or 30 metres of wire, you're actually going to be getting 120 metres of wire here. 100 in the 0.25 and 10 in the 0.4 and 10 in the 1mm gauge as well. That's a lot of wire you're going to be getting here. Now, do you know what, Laura? I think if you are brand new to wire work, you've never picked up a spool of wire in your life, I think actually getting these 3 gauges of wire, your 0.25, your 0.4 and your 1mm gauge, is going to give you a great idea about what these wires are useful for, how they work differently.
Yeah, I think especially if you're if you've played about with wire a little bit and you've dabbled and you do want to take it that little bit further. Yeah. It's a nice little sample you can play about, you can get used to weaving, you can have a nice little play. Yeah. And, you know, if it turns out that you don't like it, then you haven't wasted a lot of money, but obviously if you do, then you go and get more.
Precisely, exactly. And that is the key for today. The key today is have a go. Have a go at it. You may have never done wire work in your life, but we've got a wire work expert with us today. You're going to see wire work demos. We've got lots of tools coming up on today's show. My message to you today is just have a go. Now, this bundle here, if you were to buy all of these separately on our website, JewelleryMaker.com, it would cost you over £18, which I think for 120 metres of wire is pretty incredible. The 100 metre spool is £9.95 on its own. So you can really get a fantastic idea, actually, that actually the wire on its own, without the discount you're going to get today, without the saving you're going to get today, is actually pretty amazingly priced already. Whenever we bundle these together, it's going to give you a saving, it's going to make you a saving. Today you are going to be making a significant saving. And the reason for that is because we want to get lots of new people involved. We also want to reward you if you've been watching Jewellery Maker for a long time and you want to stock up on your wire. Today, your deal is amazing. Get involved either by giving us a call on our free phone number at the bottom of the screen or get involved on our website, JewelleryMaker.com, because today, this is your price. You're going to love this. Look at that. Look at that deal. You are saving yourself so much money on this today, and you're getting 120 metres of wire. We do have tons of wire coming up on today's show, loads and loads and loads. In fact, I'd love to kind of get your input. What kind of wires would you like to see on today's show? Because we've got so much in today's show that if you want to see 1mm gauge, silver plated copper wire, you want to see 0.8mm, if we've got it, we can bring it to you. So I've got loads and loads and loads of wire. Arguably, we won't have time to get through it all today, but if you want to send us a text or write on our Facebook page what kind of wire you'd like to see, if we've got it, we'll bring it to you. This kind of deal here, you are making a huge, huge, huge saving. You're not going to see many wire bundles on today's show. You're going to see lots of individual spools, but if you're brand new to wire work, you're brand new to jewellery making, this is a great starter pack. Have a go with it. Have a go at wire work. And do you know what? If you get it home and you have a go and you make lots of mistakes, which you inevitably will, you've still got so much wire to fall back on here. You're going to be so inspired by the demos that you see today as well with Laura. You're going to get a 30-day money-back guarantee with Jewellery Maker, so you've really got until the 30th of July. Sorry, no, not the 30th, the 29th of July to fully decide. If you get it home, you're not happy with the quality, or you can find a better deal elsewhere, send it back, we'll give you your money back. Not only that, but you're only paying £2.95p per order, and that lasts for the entire day. That lasts on the day show and the late show, that entire day, 1p of £2.95p. If you want to multi-buy anything today, because you arguably will, because we've got so much coming up today which you'll want to stock up on, because wire is something that we don't have in regularly enough to be able to bring it to you every day, speak to the call centre live help and we'll be able to add more than one of this bundle to your order if you want to add 2 or 3 or 4 of these to your order. So this is going to be part of Laura's challenge today. You've got 100 metres of 0.25, 10 metres of 0.4 and 10 metres of 1mm gauge, gold coloured and gold plated wire. These are obviously useful for lots and lots of different things, aren't they, Laura?
Yeah, I mean, you've got the 0.4 and the 0.25 are really lovely for doing the tiara techniques and twists,
yeah,
and obviously the weaves. And then you've got the 1mm, which is that more substantial wire, which can be used for more structural things, such as, you know, frames or bases for pendants and things like that. So, I mean, this, when I do my wire woven pendants, this is the wires that I would use.
Well, do you know, whenever I think of your wire work, Laura, I always think of the weaves that you do, and you always seem to have a structure, whether it's 0.8 or 1mm gauge, and you always seem to include a bit of weaving, which is obviously done by these 2 thinner gauges. They're all really useful gauges of wire, aren't they? Oh yeah, that'd be lovely. It's one of gorgeous Laura's amazing pendants. Now, obviously Laura's been working with wire for a long, long, long time, but you can see how all of these different gauges of wire are being used and employed in this stunning pendant. I mean, look at that. You can see the frame is made out of the 1mm gauge. You can see the weaving has been done with 0.25, 0.4, and it gives you that gorgeous texture. It gives you the freedom to be as organic and as just creative as you can be. How much wire would you say you've used in this pendant, Laura?
I haven't actually used a lot of the 1mm wire, because obviously I've actually probably used I don't know, about 4. So less than a metre? 4 lengths of that.
Okay, so you've used maybe 2 metres
about 2 metres.
Yeah, about 2 metres of wire.
And then that's being generous.
Yeah.
And then I've used probably quite a lot of the 0.25 and the 0.4, because there's a lot that goes into the weaving.
Yeah.
But you would easily be able to do a pendant like that out of that bundle.
Stunning. Isn't that gorgeous? Isn't that beautiful? Just shows you what you can do. Don't forget, photos of all of Laura's wirework pieces will be on our Facebook page after the show today. There'll be lots of people watching today who are specifically into wirework, so if you want to go to our Facebook page where there are over 13,000 jewellery makers, then you can ask them for advice. Say, I've never worked with wire, what gauge wire should I get if I want to make X, Y and Z? And you'll be amazed at the response that you get. Right, so that's part of Laura's challenge. Where are we going to go now? Is it this one here? Oh! Challenge bundle. It's a challenge bundle. So we've got some gorgeous gemstones here. Oh! Oh! These colours are awesome. We've got, what are these? Are they nuggets? Are they chips? Nuggets. Nuggets of gorgeous white, clear, colourless quartz. Beautiful, beautiful, genuine gemstone strands here. Lovely ice white clarity. When you've got stunning gemstones like this, which are all different shapes and sizes, do kind of realise that your strand of clear quartz is going to be unique to you. No one else in the world is going to have a strand of gemstones like this. You know, this isn't like buying a strand of glass or plastic or even resin, because all those synthetic materials, you know, you can replicate those designs, you can replicate those sizes and shapes. With gemstones like this, you can't, because it's all a genuine gemstone quality. This is Mother Nature. So do remember that gemstones are very, very different to working with synthetics. Now, I've got another strand here, and this is a strand of quartz. These are faceted rectangles of rose quartz, white quartz and amethyst, which is a member of the quartz family. All three gemstones in here are members of the quartz family, and they've all been faceted. So what uniform quality you do have is, of course, in the size, in the faceting and the shape of these gemstones. They are gorgeous. Aren't they something great for summer? Really, really beautiful. 3 different tones in there, 3 different gemstones, and they go really well with the nuggets, don't they? Gorgeous. To carry through that kind of beautiful purpley pinky tone, genuine freshwater cultured pearls. Now, if you've only watched Jewellery Maker a couple of times, you may not have seen prices for our pearls before. These are genuine freshwater cultured pearls. The prices that we do pearls at, I think we do raise a lot of eyebrows, and we do get a lot of people thinking, are they actually genuine freshwater cultured pearls? Because they are so low in price. These are genuine freshwater cultured pearls. I kid you not, they're gorgeous. They've been dyed this beautiful lavender colour, and they sit beautifully with this bundle. To look at the minute, it looks very sweet, very girly, very cute, very feminine. Yeah. If you want to kind of mix it up a bit and make it a little bit less girly, I've got another strand for you here as well. Now, feel free to use this with the gemstones. Don't forget, you don't have to use these gemstones together. These bundles are just put together with savings in mind. You don't have to use them all together. This is a perfect strand to kind of really vamp this bundle up. It's a strand of natural, genuine labradorite graduated plain rondelles. So a gorgeous, almost like a khaki or a silvery grey background, and then this natural labrador essence which comes out of this gemstone. That is Mother Nature doing her thing. It's gorgeous, isn't it? These are beautiful plain rondelles, no facets on these gemstones at all, which means the quality of the labradorite is even better, because there are no facets, there are no flat surfaces for you to kind of for you to see on the gemstone. So any labrador essence that you see has got to work that much harder, but it's there, isn't it? It's gorgeous. Just shows you the quality of what you're getting. Now, there's 4 strands here. Pearls. What will people pay for pearls? They're so popular, aren't they? They are ageless, timeless. They transcend the ages, don't they? They're beautiful. You've then got natural labradorite, one of our biggest sellers on Jewellery Maker. You've then got your beautiful amethyst, rose quartz, white quartz, and you've got white quartz nuggets as well. 4 strands. These are put together with savings in mind. This is part of Laura's challenge as well, which we're going to give her in a couple of seconds. What would you make with this? Would you split them up? Would you use them all together? Today, these 4 strands are yours. Have a look at your price today. All of these genuine gemstones, all of them yours. That's your deal. Now, how many of you out there, before you'd even heard of Jewellery Maker, just assumed I'm never going... You like that tassel, don't you, Ollie? How many of you, before you'd even heard of Jewellery Maker, thought I'm never going to be able to work with gemstones. They're going to be way too expensive. I'm never going to be able to afford to work with gemstones. There must be lots of jewellery makers out there who think like that, Laura.
Yeah, I mean, when you first start getting into it, you do think of things like labradorite, which is an established, everybody knows it, don't they? A lot of people recognise that stone. Yeah. They recognise quartz and amethyst, they recognise it. So you do think it's going to be expensive to sort of go down that road, but it's really not.
Exactly. And do you know, I feel really sorry for people who haven't heard of Jewellery Maker, or they've heard of Jewellery Maker and just naturally assume, I'm never going to be able to work with genuine gemstones, they're way too expensive, I'm just going to stick with synthetics. Well, if you come to Jewellery Maker, you will experience prices like this. You will experience deals like this. But you've got to make them work for you. You've got to get them now. If you want to add the gold, the Going for Gold wire bundle to your order, details at the bottom of the screen there. Just add it to your order because this is all part of Laura's challenge today. What kind of ideas do you have for these 4 strands, Laura?
Well, I'm going to make a pendant. I'm going to make a wrap pendant because I guess I've got a kind of, I've said that you can make it out of there, so I'm going to show that you can make it out of that.
Brilliant.
So I'm going to concentrate on that, and then I'll see what else I can come up with because they're just so beautiful. You just want to sit and look at them. They're gorgeous. They're stunning. They
are absolutely stunning, aren't they? The colours go together so beautifully, and I think the labradorite's a really interesting strand to put with this bundle because it stops it being too girly.
I think the strand that I've got in my hand is just beautiful. I'm just holding it in my hand, and the colours bouncing off of it is amazing.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to do something. I mean, with those, a simple pair of earrings, just a couple of them hanging off of a bit of chain is all you would need because of the colour, the movement.
Yeah.
Would be so simple but so pretty as well.
Yeah, you see, this is it. You're having the chance to work with genuine gemstones here. You're having the chance to really flex your creative muscles. And if you want to be inspired by Laura's designs today, of course you will be. If you want to just take little bits, little techniques which she's going to be using, then do that. Feel free to take as much from this show as you want to. Feel free to take as much inspiration from this show as you want to. Now, we've got loads of wire work tools coming up on today's show as well. Everything from coil cutting pliers to round nose pliers to nylon pliers. Wire work essentials. We've also got the wire worker tool as well, which is a fantastic tool, which we're going to see a fantastic demo on later on in the show. So there's loads and loads and loads of helping hands for you to use in today's show. Have you got your gems? Yeah, you've got your gems over there.
Yeah, I've got them.
Right, you got your gems, love.
I'm there.
Which one, lovey? You got the antique bronze. Yeah. Now we've had a text in about this. Somebody asking for antique bronze coloured copper wire in 0.8mm gauge. And here it is. Here it is! This is a limited edition spool of wire. And do you know what? I'm not surprised at all that we've had lots and lots of texts in already today giving suggestions about what to call a collective of wire. But we've also had lots and lots of texts in as well. People asking for different spools of wire, different gauges of wire. And if we've got them, we will bring them to you. And I think it was Margaret in Surrey who's texted asking for 0.8mm gauge antique bronze coloured copper wire. We've got it. We've got it here. This is one of our top selling spools of wire. Wire is something which, we reorder it day after day after day after day after day. It's one of those things which on Jewellery Maker we order. Our buying team who sit upstairs order spools of wire every single day. You ask them what the codes are for either any of the yellow gold plated copper wires, silver plated copper wires, or antique bronze wires, and they will be able to tell you. This is one of our top selling spools of wire. 0.8mm in gauge, 100 metre spool, antique bronze coloured copper wire. It is going to sell out. It is really, really limited in stock. Your deal today for this spool of wire, go for it. Have a look at it. Now, you're getting 100 metres of wire here. And that kind of just trips off the tongue, doesn't it? Oh yeah, 100 metres of wire. 100 metres of wire is a huge amount of wire. Huge amount of wire. If you are working primarily on wire work projects and you're going to be doing big wire work necklaces, wire work bangles, if you're waiting for the launch of Rachel Norris's brand new wire work DVD, which is going to be launched just over the next few days, and you want to have enough wire in stock to make those beautiful pieces that she's got featuring on those DVDs, or you want to have all that wire ready for you to make when you're inspired by Laura's designs on the show today, this is one of those spools of wire, and it is going to last you such a long time. It really will, won't it, Laura? 100 metre spool, it's going to last you such a long time, isn't it?
It's just going to go on and on and on.
Yeah.
You know, it's perfect for rings, findings.
Yeah.
It's good for bracelets. You know, it's good as a base wire. I use it as an alternative base wire to my 1mm sometimes if I want to do something with a bit more movement and I want to move the wires more.
Okay, yeah.
Because obviously being that soft, slightly finer, thinner than the 1mm, you've got more movement with it. So,
Yeah.
you know, for me, it's a staple. You've got to have it, and it will just go on and on and on and on. And
Yeah,
on.
see, this is it. The 0.8 is one of our most popular gauges because of what Laura's just said. It's great for finding, it's great for structural work. It's got a little bit more give than the 1mm gauge wire that we have. It is very, very, very limited in stock. We don't have loads and loads and loads of spools of this in stock today. Some of the spools we've got plenty of because they're literally just been booked into the building. They've been saved for today's show. This is one of the spools of wire which we don't have very many of. So if you do want your antique bronze coloured copper wire and you want it in a really, really versatile gauge, then I would come in and get this one because we don't have much of the antique bronze wire coming up on today's show, just so you know. We do have a fair few spools of wire. Oh, we've got loads and loads of spools of wire. Keep those texts coming in. What kind of gauges of wire would you like to see? What kind of colours of wire would you like to see? And if we've got it, we'll bring it to you. No problem at all. Because today is about giving you amazing deals, giving you what you want. Fantastic. Right. Got a gorgeous gemstone bundle because it's about gemstones as well today. Yeah. Rose petals. These aren't just any petals, I know. These aren't just any petals. These are rose petals. Still holding out for that advert. Still holding out for it.
You're still rubbish at being sexy as well.
Yeah, I don't do sexy.
Is that what that was?
Don't do sexy. About as sexy as this pair of tweezers. Honestly. Don't do it. If I tried to do sexy, my husband would be like, what are you doing? What's wrong with you? What are you doing? Anyway, right. So we've got white quartz nuggets. Check it out. Beautiful white quartz nuggets here. So same strand actually, which was in the last bundle. Yeah. Yeah. Followed by rose quartz rounds. Ooh. These are stunning, aren't they? Gorgeous rose quartz rounds. Beautiful gemstone, really, really awesome. There's gorgeous moments of clarity here as well with your rose quartz as well, which you don't normally expect. Quartz is not a gemstone which is known for its clarity, but here you've got fantastic clarity with your white quartz, and you're going to be getting a fair bit of clarity with your rose quartz, which inherently has lots and lots and lots of mineral inclusions in it. But you can see, can you see the gorgeous clarity you're going to be getting there? It's lovely, isn't it? Not on all of them. Some of them are more translucent, some are more opaque, but some of them you've got great, great clarity in them. Love that. Rose quartz, of course, being a gemstone synonymous with romance, friendships, partnerships, and it's one of our top-selling gemstones on Jewellery Maker. It's amazing. It's gorgeous, isn't it? You're then going to be getting shell nuggets. Michelle, mobile. So you're going to be getting gorgeous shell nuggets. All right, shell. So beautiful shell nuggets here. These are gorgeous, aren't they? Lovely creamy colour on these. These are lovely, lovely, lovely shell nuggets. They are like honeycomb, aren't they? What is it Nigella Lawson calls it? She calls honeycomb a really weird... she calls it... no, she calls it hokey pokey. I've no idea. But she apparently calls it hokey pokey or something. It's honeycomb. Have you ever made honeycomb before? It's awesome. Anyway, so what looks like honeycomb is actually shell nuggets. These are beautiful. And then some more shell. Now, these are gorgeous. Shell 25mm coins. This is a gorgeous, gorgeous bundle, isn't it? And do you know what? We were talking a little bit earlier on about people who get married abroad, people who get married on beaches or in the middle of deserts. People who go for kind of beachy weddings rather than the traditional kind of church wedding. I reckon if you were getting married abroad, if you were getting married on a beach, maybe like in the Bahamas or something like that, or maybe in Santorini or somewhere really beautiful and romantic, like sickeningly romantic like that, you might want to wear jewellery that's more beachy, that's more relaxed. And these kind of colours and qualities would be great for a beach wedding, don't you think? Oh, just thinking about that kind of beach wedding. Oh yeah. Isn't that gorgeous? Yeah, you don't even have to wear shoes, do you? You can just get married in your bare feet.
You could do those foot sandal, thong sandal things.
Oh, you could, couldn't you? Do a gorgeous anklet or something like that. Oh, nice. Right, do try this out. Gorgeous gemstones. How much do you reckon this is going to be? How much? Today, you are going to see some of the most amazing deals for bundles. Today, your deal for this bundle is obscene. In fact, we should rename this bundle. ... It's amazing. ... And it's under a tenner. No. This has got to be, it's amazing and it's under a tenner, part 11,000. Judging by the amount of price points we saw yesterday that were under a tenner. It's just incredible. Oh, this has been made by Suzanne. So a gorgeous, gorgeous kind of rosebuddy necklace here. Made by one of our Beanie Buddies. And then a beautiful bracelet on the bottom here as well. Isn't that lovely? But you could easily make that into an anklet. That'd be really nice, wouldn't it? Look at that. Beautiful quality, lovely, lovely gemstones there. Really glossy, lots of gorgeous texture, beautiful colours as well, and all for under a tenner. Now, if somebody had said to you today, when you got up this morning, you were going to be able to get 4 strands of genuine gemstones on Jewellery Maker today for under £10, would you have believed them? Because I certainly wouldn't have done. I wake up every day with a kind of optimism of, yes, Laura will have reformed herself, she will have made some amazing price points today, and we won't be seeing anything too silly. That just goes out the window. It's only 9:30. Are you doing this because it was a summer sparkle ball last night and you know that management are probably going to be nursing pretty magnificent hangovers? I hope they are. I hope they've got really big hangovers. I really hope they do. I'm not missing alcohol at all. So well done, under £10 for your gorgeous, gorgeous genuine gemstone bundle there. Well done. For your gorgeous shell, rose quartz and white quartz. Well done. Woo! Woo! Would you like to see some of our brand new strands today? Yeah. I was lying then when I said I wasn't missing alcohol. Tell you what, any pregnant lady who says, oh, you know, it's been lovely to have the break and, you know, not drink during my pregnancy, they're liars. They are lying. They're lying. Right. Citrine. Collector's Choice strands coming up on today's show. Wapachika, look at this. Nuggets of Sunshine. This beautiful gemstone strand that's going to be coming your way on today's show. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh, look at that. These are kind of frosted. Well, they're unpolished, aren't they? Which is really nice. I really like those. You're then going to be getting a strand of multi-fancy sapphire. Look at the luster on this strand. This amazing strand of sapphire is coming up on today's show as well. Isn't that beautiful? Gorgeous, gorgeous strand. We've also got carnelian coming up on today's show. Oh, baby. Corner-drilled cubes of carnelian, one of the most ancient gems on the planet. How about pyrite drops? Pyrite smooth drops. Beautiful. Fool's gold, this is known as. You'd be a fool not to get it today. Okay, sorry. I attempted a joke there. Just forget it. And then, shall I tell you what this gemstone is, or should we have a bit of a text in? Do you want to guess? For a bead scoop? We all have a bead scoop. First person to text in with the correct answer of what this gemstone is wins a bead scoop. Ooh! It's coming up on today's show. We'll show you our text number very quickly. It is 60777. Start your text with the word JM Studio, your name, where you're from. What do you reckon this gemstone is? First person to text in with the correct answer and your customer number. And if you're a brand new customer to Jewellery Maker, just type on your text, I am a new customer. What do you reckon it is? It's coming up on today's show. Coming up at about midday, this one. Now, Laura, have you picked your favourite collective for wire? We've had loads. She's still looking. We've had a scramble of wire. We've had, what else have we had? A ream of wire, which I quite like. A posse of wire. A whirly of wire. I like it. I like it. Laura's going to be picking her favourites within the next 5-10 minutes, I'll say. And whoever wins is going to win a bead scoop. Just a bit of fun. Right. There's loads to get. Oh, this is nice. Where did this appear from? Cassie's being very stealth-like today. Creeping over. Now, this bundle is called Tiger's Delight. Chloe, if this bundle is called Tiger's Delight, what kind of gemstones are you hoping to see in this bundle?
Citrine. Tiger's eye.
Tiger's eye. She's been doing this for a long time. Should we see if she's right? Of course she is. Tiger's eye nuggets. Is it? Yeah, beautiful. Beautiful nuggets of tiger's eye. Lovely, lovely, lovely. This is a natural, genuine gemstone in the fact that you get this awesome chatoyancy coming out of this gem. It's amazing. Even when you see it, when it's unfaceted, when it's unpolished, when it's in its natural, most organic state, it still looks amazing. I remember looking at this gemstone in China when we were at the rough gemstone market back in September. It was hotter than the sun that day, and Chloe and I had to film at the rough gemstone market. It was like the centre of the earth hot. And there were huge chunks of gemstones all around us, and there was unakite and sodalite, there was some lapis lazuli, some rose quartz, and there was tiger's eye as well. And I was picking up pieces of tiger's eye that were unfaceted. Literally, they'd just been mined from the host rock, and they had that chatoyancy. They were beautiful. It's such an amazing gemstone, this. You get that gorgeous kind of highly polished wood quality almost, but it's a genuine gemstone. Gorgeous. You're also going to be getting coins of beautiful, genuine yellow tiger's eye as well. Look at these, even bigger, even more chatoyancy. Very different looking gemstone to this one in the fact that it's bigger, it's smoother, it's a uniform size, it's a gorgeous gem. Just one of these in a ring, that would be fantastic, wouldn't it? One of them in a wire wrapped ring, maybe even the challenge bundle that we've given to Laura today. Just a selection of rings made out of these, and they're guaranteed to sell in your craft stall, aren't they? Aren't they beautiful? You're then going to be getting a double strand, so about 80 centimetres of red tiger's eye. Now this is tiger's eye which has been dyed a gorgeous maroony red colour, and you get a much deeper quality with this tiger's eye. Can you see though, it's been dyed, but it's got that perfect balancing act where it's been dyed, you can see the colour, but you can still see the chatoyancy. That is a fine balance which is very, very, very difficult to achieve. But we've done it. We've done it with this gorgeous bundle. So actually the equivalent of 4 strands of tiger's eye here. Loads and loads and loads of potential here. And if you're brand new to jewellery making, this is a fantastic gemstone to use because it's got so much interest. It's going to attract so many people. It's going to attract so much attention that you can set this into the most simple design and it's going to look wonderful. You know, with very, very little effort, it's going to look wonderful. You're also going to be getting hemp cord with this as well. Now, this is a fantastic cord. It's 0.5mm in gauge, so it's the thinnest hemp cord that we can offer you. So great for use with the gemstones you're going to be getting here. And you're going to be getting it in 4 different colours, in black, in like this browny, olivey colour, in cream, and in like a biscuit tone as well. 4 loads of hemp cord. The equivalent of 4 strands of tiger's eye, because one of them's a double strand. One great price. Here's your deal today for all of this. Yeah. These are the kind of price points you're going to see today. These are the kind of price points you're going to experience today. For gemstone bundles, you're going to see them for actually prices like this as well for some of our brand new strands as well. We've got some amazingly priced kits today. We've got some amazingly priced tools as well. A lot of what you're going to see today is going to be sub £10, which is just amazing. So there's never a better time to add to your order than now. Go for it. I'll tell you what, yeah, I reckon if we put together everything we've got today, we could probably do half the show could probably be entitled "It's Amazing and It's Under £10." We've got that much today that's going under £10 or under £20. It's amazing. It's just great, and it's under £10. Well done. So 3 strands of your tiger's eye here and your hemp cord. All under £10. Do you know what, Laura? I really like the idea of using some wire and making your own wirework rings with this strand of coins, don't you?
Yeah, I mean, they're also perfect for cufflinks.
Yeah.
Because they've got that perfect shape for it, really, aren't they? But yeah, macrame. It's obviously with the thinner hemp. It'd be perfect for.
Definitely.
I kind of think of sort of like surfer beach kind of wear, don't you?
Definitely, yeah.
So something like that. And do you know, because it is a lovely unisex stone as well, though. So it is good if you do want to try making some men's jewellery.
Yeah.
But it's also good if you want to make a bit of his and hers.
Nice.
Matching stuff, or again, if just.
That'd be a really great wedding present, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it'd be really nice.
His and hers jewellery.
You can make cufflinks for him and a pair of earrings for her.
So that's a nice idea, because Tiger's Eye, the myth and legend behind Tiger's Eye, it is only myth and legend, by the way, but you know, if you do a bit of reading about it, it's meant to make you stronger, more independent, more creative. That would be a really nice gift. Isn't that lovely? Do you know, I was listening to what's her name? Oh, do you know, I can't. Unfortunately, I don't really like listening to her on the radio. Annika Rice. I don't. Her voice annoys me, but I'm sure she's a very, very, very nice lady. Says old Foghorn Roach here, but she was saying about a wedding that she had been to or was going to, and it was a friend's wedding. And they'd asked for their wedding presents to be something that you've either grown, something which you've made, something which you've sewn, something which you've painted, you know, something creative, basically. And if you made jewellery for somebody for their wedding present, that's so thoughtful, isn't it? I think it's gorgeous. Lovely. Lovely. Right. Ollie's saying a mixtape. That'd be awesome. A mixtape of your favourite love songs to give to that. That's really nice. An actual cassette tape, yeah, definitely. Right. Starlight Express. Oh. Has anyone ever been to see Starlight Express?
Yeah.
Have you? Is it amazing?
Yeah, it's quite good. I saw it in Bristol and Hippodrome, so it's quite small, so it didn't have the opportunity, because if you go to London or somewhere...
But they're all on roller skates,
Yeah,
though.
they're all on roller skates, but if you go to London, they go all the way around the sort of auditorium, but in Bristol they just kind of stay on stage. But it was
You're playing it down, Laura.
It is very, very good, though.
Yeah, and they're all like a train, aren't they? They're trains, and they're all on roller skates, basically. Starlight Express, and tell me yes, da 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 da. I don't actually know any of the songs, but I know that's kind of... No? Is that not the tune? Do I ever sing the tune? Right, so anyway, Starlight Express. It's a brand new kit, everyone. Are you ready? Here we go. Brand new kit. It's a brand new kit. Brand new kit. It's a brand new kit. Brand new kit. It's a brand new kit. Woo, woo, woo. Yeah! We're all getting into the swing of things today. You're much more animated than Debbie Wilford was yesterday. As we were singing, she was getting things ready and pretending to be busy, basically.
I've been teaching it to my kids.
Here we go. So, brand new kit. Starlight Express. You're going to be getting black agate faceted rounds with this gorgeous kit. We'll go into a bit more detail about what our kits are all about as we go through this one. But let me just tell you what you're going to be getting, first of all. 140 black agate, 140 carats of black agate faceted 8mm rounds. So lovely, lovely gemstone to start off with. You can literally put this with anything you want. It's going to look glamorous. It's going to really, really hold a kit together. You've then got multicolour agate 6mm rounds. Look at the colours. Beautiful. Everything from your reds to your blues to your greens to your pinks. And these are colours, don't you think, which are reminiscent of your rubelites, your indicolites, your emeralds, your paprikash, your sapphires. Reminiscent of some really, really high-end gemstones, don't you think? Gorgeous. How about red jasper ovals? Beautiful ovals of red jasper here. Glossy, shiny. These are big, aren't they? Lovely burnt kind of red-orange colours here. Lovely kind of clay tones as well. And this strand is great because you've got lots of inclusions running through here, lots of veining running through here. Look at this one here. That could be a wonderful kind of wirework pendant on its own, couldn't it? Isn't that gorgeous? Yeah, lovely, lovely, lovely. You're then going to be getting a strand of pearls. Now, you know, we're bringing you brand new strands today, and they're all, you know, really, really beautiful in their own right, and they've all got fantastic, fantastic qualities about them. For me, this should be on there, because this strand of pearls is one of the largest strands of genuine freshwater culture pearls I think we've ever bought you on Jewellery Maker. These are 12 by 10 millimeters. These are gigantic, giant pearls. Take a look at the size of these. They're huge. They're absolutely huge. Now, if you can imagine, well, can you imagine, just one of these beautiful pearls with maybe a bit of wire wrapping on it as a pendant, that could be a pendant which you could maybe sell in your craft store for kind of, I don't know, 10, 12 pounds, isn't it? Each one of those pearls. 2 of those pearls and a pair of earrings. Now, just simple earrings. In fact, Laura, could you pass me those gorgeous earrings that he's made? I've just looked over, and that's exactly what Laura's done actually with 2 of these pearls. Look at this. Thank you, lovely. Can you imagine these earrings, which you can make from this kit, on your craft stall? How much would you pay? First of all, how much would you pay for those earrings? If you saw a price tag on them of £20, would you buy them? I would. Absolutely, because I know I'll be able to get so much wear out of them. They're classic, ageless, timeless, simple, and they're so beautiful. How many pairs of these pearl earrings here, which you can make from this kit, are you going to be able to get out of this strand here? A dozen, maybe? You don't have to charge £25 if you don't want to. You know, charge £10 if you want, £5 if you really want to. Don't undersell yourself. But that, I think, is a classic example of just what you can make out of this. Now, you're also going to be getting a threading pack with this kit, monofilament, beading thread and elastic. Now the beading thread for this is gold, which is just gorgeous. So gold colour beading thread, elastic and monofilament. These 3 are essentials as far as threading are concerned. I'll show you what you get free with your first order in a couple of seconds. But all of these threading materials are mentioned in our Get Started booklet, which you get free with your first order. But you've got lots and lots and lots of potential here with your threading materials alone. Okay, we're then going to offer you 2 lots of wire. Yeah, 2 lots of wire. 10 metres of 0.4mm gauge red coloured copper wire, scarlet red. And also 10 metres of 0.6mm gauge red coloured copper wire. Now I know for a fact this is one of Laura's favourite gauges, the 0.6mm gauge wire. It'd be great to see what she's made. So 0.4 and 0.6, 20 metres in total. You'll see in a second just how much jewellery you can make from a kit because there's so much wire here. You're also going to be getting findings, which are basically the mechanics which hold your pieces of jewellery together. 98 yellow gold plated copper findings here. Okay, so 98 of these in total. If you're a little bit lost as to what all these findings are for, don't worry, because free with your first order with your tutorial booklet, your tutorial DVD. Most of these findings are mentioned and explained what they're useful for, what they're generally used for. You don't have to use them for what they're generally used for. You can really think outside the box if you want to, but they're there to help you. They're there to aid you, okay? 4 strands of genuine gemstones, 98 findings, hundreds of meters of threading materials, at least 80 metres of monofilament, at least 6 metres of elastic, at least 50 metres of beading thread, and at least 20 metres of wire as well. Now, this kit today is the only kit that we've got with wire in it. You're going to see how much jewellery Laura has been able to make because of that wire, because of the fact she's got 98 findings, because of the fact she's got 4 really beautiful and versatile strands. But for now, have a look at your price, because it is incredible. Now, isn't that amazing? All of this, just for the gemstone strands on their own, that is pretty amazing, isn't it? Just for the gemstone strands, just for those 4 strands on their own. In fact, if you were to make pearl earrings and you were to sell them for £10 a pair, you just have to sell 2, 3 pairs of those pearl earrings, just with 2 pearls, just simple, like that. And you've made your money back on the kit. That is how easy and how simple it is to make pieces of jewellery and to actually make a little bit of money back. You don't have to do your craft fairs. These could just be lovely birthday presents, Christmas presents. But you know what? It can be so simple to make your pieces of jewellery. Now, if you are brand new to Jewellery Maker and you get this kit as part of your first order, you can get this kit home, make pieces of jewellery from it, And if you decide Jewellery Maker isn't for you, send it all back to us. We will give you your money back. And do you know what? Yesterday I learnt an interesting fact. And I've always said this about kits. You know, if you're brand new to Jewellery Maker and you get these kits home and it's part of your first order, if you make pieces of jewellery and you decide Jewellery Maker isn't for you, you can send it all back to us and we will give you your money back. Do you know? I think it's in the last 6 months alone, we have had less than 10 people sending kits back with loads of made-up jewellery and they've decided Jewellery Maker isn't for them. Because the vast majority of you have got the kits home, worked with the gemstones, realised how easy it is, and have kept all those kits and have carried on with your jewellery making hobby. It can be so simple to make pieces, can't it, Laura?
Yeah,
it doesn't have to be difficult.
No, you can go as simple or as over the top as you want. And when I say over the top, like really sort of go to town on it, really have fun with it, or you can just keep it nice and simple. I mean, I've done a bit of a mix of both with this, really. You know, I've not done anything that's really unachievable at all.
Having wire in this kit, Laura, it does allow you to make a lot more pieces, doesn't it?
Yeah, I use every single last stone. Every single one. I saved this kit to last because I really wanted to sort of really do justice to it, really. You know, really wanted to sort of sit and do some really nice designs with it. And I did it, and I literally had 3 gemstones left, and then I got up the next day and I just couldn't settle, so I made a pendant and a ring out of the last 3 gemstones I had.
See, this is great because making things like rings, making things like the 2 rings here, you can do when you've got a gemstone left over from a kit, which is what Laura's done. And also you can make things like this beautiful pendant if you've got some wire left over and you've got another gemstone left over.
That's literally what I made. It's the last pendant that I made.
Isn't that stunning? So interesting, isn't it? See what you can do with the last few gemstones in a kit.
Oh,
and that's because... oh, is it the wrong way around?
Yeah, it's back to front.
Sorry, sweetie.
Yeah, it'll look a bit better. Just flip it all over. Do you want me to do it?
What, like that?
Yeah, that's
there
it.
There you go.
That was the behind the scenes. There you go. It's a little bit nicer now.
Stunning. So, pendants, rings, necklaces. Look at this beautiful wire work. The wire work going through here is lovely. The gemstones work beautifully together, don't they?
Yeah, they do. They're just so lovely. And I kind of just did a choker effect one with just the pearls and the black.
Yeah, this is lovely.
Because I just thought it's nice and simple and just sits nice on your neck, you know.
Yeah, it's beautiful. And it shows that you actually don't have to use loads of the wire, actually. You haven't used any of the wire in here.
Wire with that.
Doing this kind of, well, this is a ladder weave, isn't it?
Yeah.
Doing a ladder weave with these beautiful pearls and with the black agate, that's such a simple piece of jewellery. You're really using the findings beautifully as well, look at that. Really using the findings beautifully, which goes so beautifully with these pieces as well. And it shows you don't have to use loads of the wire in all the pieces if you don't want to, but it does work beautifully. I'm a massive fan of these earrings here. Massive fan of these earrings. I think they're just gorgeous. They're simple. They're going to be top sellers, aren't they? They're going to sell.
Definitely. I mean, I've got a friend who just loves pearls, and she actually said to me, "Can you make me a pair of simple pearl drops in silver and gold, please?"
Yeah,
so.
I wear my pearl studs every single day. In fact, I haven't got them in today. Sorry, but I do wear them every single. No, because I have to clean them. But I do wear them every day. And having a pair of earrings like this in your stash, in gold, in silver, in rose gold, I think is an absolute essential. It really is. Yeah. As much as an essential as people see diamond studs being. You know, if not even more. 2 beautiful necklaces here, some beautiful wire work here in this gorgeous flower. It was lovely.
Yeah, see, I made the flower, but obviously when you put those 5 stones together, it leaves quite a large sort of centre. So the other beads weren't big enough for it. I mean, the pearl would have been, but I'd used them all up. So I just made a little wire ball. And just crunched it a little bit and just popped a little black bead in the middle of black agate. And
stunning. Now, we're going to see a demo on
these.
Yeah. And this is a really, really clever pair of earrings because you've used the wire, you've used the pearls in a very different way to the way that you've used them in this pair of earrings. Yeah. What are you going to be showing us, Laura? I'm
going to show you how to make the actual, basically, they're on a piece of wire as well, so I've kind of, in effect, made a little bit of a mini head pin.
Right,
on them.
okay.
So I'm going to show you that and just how to put them all together and to make the little coil a little bit prettier.
Yeah,
so,
go for it.
I have already got a little coil I've already made.
With the gizmo.
With a gizmo, but I mean, you've got the gizmo here. It's really quick and easy to do them. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, I'm not going to show you how to do one, so I've already got one here. I'm going to take another, I would have made my coil, and then I would have taken another length of wire, just probably about 6 inches, something like that. Not a massively long piece. What I want to do is create I just want to create a little head pin.
You can hear them laughing in my ear now. It's ridiculous, isn't it?
Chloe.
It's like working with children, it really is.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is, just sort of, not very far from the end, I'm going to take my round nose pliers and just put them right at the end because I just want it to be quite a small loop I'm going to create, almost like a little coil, okay? So I'm just going to wrap them around about twice. So if I take that off, it just looks like a little bit of a beginning of a spring.
Yeah.
Okay?
Lovely.
Now what I want to do is take in a longer piece of wire.
Ooh,
I'm going to thread
this is different.
Can you see that?
Yeah.
Through. You have to take your time with this. So just want to thread it through.
Oh.
And pull it gently. Because obviously if I hadn't have done that, then the wire is going to be to the side, but by doing this I want to bring the wire up through the centre.
Oh wow, that's really clever.
So I'm just going to use my pliers and just feed it through properly with my pliers. And you can just see just pushing it through.
Oh, that's awesome.
And that's just gone like that. And then when you straighten it now, and then cut that little end off.
So you formed almost like a little knot at the end of the wire.
Yeah. So obviously I've got my little end there. You can just see that there.
Yeah.
And all I'm going to do is just snip that. That's the short end. That was the beginning of the coil end. So just make sure you can see. So I'm just going to snip that.
Lovely.
Okay, and then when I do that, the wire should sort of come up through the centre.
Oh, it does, yeah.
Of the actual little coil.
Okay.
So obviously when you pop the pearl on or whatever bead you decide to use, it will neaten up. So just pop that on, let it all the way down, and then just sort of position it so it sits nicely.
So that's how you can make your own kind of head pin out of wire. That's
because obviously if I'd have just done the spiral and then come up, it would have been off centre. So this just makes it sit a bit more central, and you can just, there you go.
You just manipulate it, don't you? Because it's lovely and pliable.
Got that there.
Oh, that's a great way of doing this. Brilliant.
It's just a nice simple way of doing it. So then you've got your coil. What I want to do is just snip off one of the ends. Now when you make the coil, you want to leave a slightly longer length of wire on one end. So you can cut it off of one end, but you need it to be slightly longer on the other. And so what I'm going to do is pop it on here, but I want the longer piece of wire to be at the top. So if you can see that there.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Now what this one's going to do is I'm just holding it all with the piece of wire that's running through the whole piece. I'm just going to wrap that piece of wire.
So that's giving you that bit of detail on the gizmo now. That's lovely.
Oh, I forgot to put a bead on. It's easy enough to take off.
Laura.
I know, it's optional.
You're allowed one more mistake and then the trapdoor will open.
It.
You are the weakest link, goodbye.
So you just pop a bead on, then you pop that on, so it just sits like that. Okay, so just bring that down to there, and then again just cut. So it's going to look like that.
Gorgeous. Yeah, you can see the little bead on there, that's lovely.
And then pop your round nose pliers in at the top. Make sure it's all nice and there's no gaps, so it's all nice and secure. Bend the wire over your pliers. Reposition your pliers. Bring the wire all the way over. So I'm just going to make a nice simple wrap loop. Wrapping the wire around. And now because I've got this excess wire, I can bring this down as well. So you want it to go in a direction where it's going to almost go in the opposite direction to the ones you've already made.
Yeah.
And then just bring that round like that.
That looks great.
And then just again, and then it's just over the bead and around the pearl. And again, just snip. I'm just snipping the end off now. So that's going to get right in the way, but you can get the idea. Go. And then just pop it on a head pin.
Isn't that lovely? And then you just put your earring finding on there as well?
Yeah, and then you've got an earring finding here. Just pop it on. And with these, you really want to make sure they're really quite tightly, squeeze them quite tight, because obviously if you look to the side, they're open just like that. Yeah. So I want to just really, all I'm doing is really sort of squeezing it to make sure.
Perfect.
There's no gap at all there. And then that wire is not going to come off.
Isn't that stunning?
And that's it. That's just your simple.
So that's such a useful technique to know, because sometimes when you're using wire, you want to make your own head pins. How do you do it? We've just seen it. That's fantastic, Laura. Thank you very much.
All right.
Now you've used your round nose pliers there quite a lot, which is interesting, because here I've got round nose pliers, but they're nylon coated. I'm going to get these out of the packet in just a couple of seconds. These are perfect for use with wire, aren't they?
So you don't have to.
Ah, thank you.
Yeah.
And these are perfect for use with wire. What makes them so good to use? Why they're so good to use with wire?
Well, because of the plastic coating on them, they're not going to. They're less likely to mark your wire.
Okay.
And they are also good if you do need to just run your wire pliers over the wire just to straighten them or strengthen them a little bit. You know, you can still do that with the round ones as well as the rectangle ones.
Okay.
But yeah, they're really good if you want to do any kind of sort of loops. You know, like we did the masterclass on the cross. So if you wanted to use that to create any of the spirals or loops, then you're less likely to mark the wire. They're definitely essential. I mean, I've got a pair. I've always got them with me. I've always got wires. I call them wire straighteners. It's just a habit, but you know, I've always got a pair of those. I've got the rectangle pair. I've got every tool. You know, it is an essential for wire working.
I have to say, I've seen pretty much all of our wire work experts use these nylon coated pliers. I've seen them use lots and lots of different tools to each other, but it seems to be one tool that kind of goes through all of our wire work experts, which is the nylon jaw round nose pliers. It's going to stop it's going to prevent your wire from getting dented, and also for any of the coating coming off, it's just going to be a lot kinder on your wire. And as Laura quite rightly says, it allows you to straighten your wire as well and run the pliers down the wire as well in a much more manageable way. Now, these are back in stock. They always fly out the door, even when we bring them to you on non-wire focused shows. So today they're going to be particularly popular. Here's your deal today for these gorgeous really versatile, really useful tools. It's under £10. And these are tools which are built to last, aren't they, Laura? They're really great quality, aren't they?
Yeah, they've got a nice feel to them. They've got a nice comfortable feel. Like when you do use your tools, when you are wire working, when you're not wire working and you need your tools, you need them to be comfortable. You need to be able to pick them up and feel comfortable using them, and they definitely are a comfortable pair to sort of use. Yeah,
they're fantastic. And also, when you see the prices of some tools out there, I've been to my local garden centre where they've got a little kind of hobby section, and there are tools there, and goodness me, you know, you can pay, you know, £15–20 for a jewellery making tool. These are under £10, and they're built to last. They really will last you. You know, they're built to last you for a lifetime and stand you in really good stead. Fantastic. Now, I've got lots of you on the phone lines. There is a little bit of a queue forming at the minute. If you want to add this kit to your order, go for it. It's a fantastic kit because of the wire as well. It's allowing you to make even more pieces of jewellery. We're going to go over and see some of your gorgeous designs on the Wall of Fame. Keep dialing in for these gorgeous round nose pliers because they are still available. And we'll see you over at the Wall of Fame. I've still got quite a few of you on the phone lines for the round nose pliers, for the nylon coated round nose pliers. So please do hold those lines. Details are on the screen there. I've got number 401 here. This is lovely. Sent in by Michelle, who is from Dumford Bridge near Holmfirth. I've no idea where that is, but it sounds lovely. It says, hi to all at Jewellery Maker. Here's my entry to this week's Wall of Fame. I've been struggling for inspiration until I saw Debbie the other day and remembered that I haven't done anything recently using polymer clay. And here are the results. Sorry about the background. That's all right, don't worry. House upside down after building work. Oh, goodness me, I know the feeling. The gemstones are from one of the bead scoops, and all the findings and ribbons are from Jewellery Maker. Thank you to Debbie and the team for getting me past my mental block. Also, thank you very much for bringing the ribbon pack, which is something I've requested a few weeks ago. It's nice to know you listen to your customers and continue to bring all the things that we want, as well as the things we want to try in the future, even though our bank account groans every time I watch Jewellery Maker. And that's from Michelle. Thank you very much, Michelle. That's gorgeous, and lovely to see some polymer clay on the Wall of Fame. Yeah, lovely.
Gorgeous. Okay, this is number 406, and it's lovely. I love this. It looks like druzy.
It does, doesn't it?
It says, hi all at JM. This is my entry this week. A rose and white quartz set with silver spacer beads and pink drusies as pendants. All items are from JM. I found your channel by chance just over a year ago, and I've been hooked ever since, from Lorraine in Hampshire.
Thank you, Lorraine.
It's gorgeous. I love the little bit of wire work on there.
It's really nice little touch. Now, somebody's been busy with brightly coloured magnesite here. We've got some really brightly coloured gemstones coming up on today's show. Number 402, this is Roz, who says, hi all at Jewellery Maker. This is my entry for this week's Wall of Fame. I made this lot of 12 pieces out of one strand of magnesite slabs, and I still have the purple and green stones left. See, it just shows you how much you can get out of your strands. I added hematite nuggets to the yellow neck piece from my stash, and the copper chain. All other materials and wire and findings are from Jewellery Maker. Love to you all, especially good luck to Carol with her exciting journey into motherhood with little Gherkin. Oh, thank Thanks, Lovey. Fingers crossed. I have to say I'm a little bit nervous, but anyway. Thanks, Roz.
It's number 405. Says, hi JM, this week I've been making earrings. I wanted to make them higher end, so I've used ruby nuggets, tanzanite chips and rose quartz, all from JM, and I've used sterling silver findings. I need to get myself some emeralds and sapphires next. Shame JM don't do diamonds, but that would be asking a bit too much of you. Best wishes from June in Carlisle.
Thanks, June. We do diamonds, but in pendants. But we can't bring you strands of diamonds for obvious reasons. But we do bring you diamonds in pendants. But that is as close as I think we're ever going to get to them, unfortunately. But anyway, thank you for your entry. I've got a lovely entry here from Rachel, who's from Rotherham. You're number 403. I love this colour combo, it's awesome. Hi all at Jewellery Maker Towers. This is my first entry to the Wall of Fame, yay! And I hope that my summer inspiration is successful in the entry, as I need more gemstones to add to my enormous stash. I saw this summer show with Vicky and Sheila. It was great fun, it was amazing, wasn't it? Loads of gorgeous colours in that show. The orange shell long chips were from my stash with 4mm green faceted rounds, all from Jewellery Maker, and incorporated Mark's macrame with the gizmo and also the wire twister. I was pleased with the results and hope you like them too. Keep up the good deals and good luck to Carol and the baby. Aw, you'll be missed, and we love your new kit songs. See? Rachel likes my brand new kit songs. Rachel from Rotherham, I love you. What? We've just had a phone call from Hannah, one of the managers from Jewellery Maker, who says never say never with regards to diamond strands. They better turn up before I go on maternity leave. In 3 weeks, Hannah Oxbury. Really? Diamond strands. That's going to be an amazing day on Jewellery Maker.
There's going to be a fight on for that one, isn't there?
There is. Right, where are we going now? Oh, Pyrite Gorgeous drops coming up in just a couple of seconds. And if you want to add the Starlight Express kit onto your order, go for it, because it's only £25 and there's loads of gorgeous wire. Don't go anywhere. Pyrite coming up in just a couple of seconds.
Buying jewellery online from us has just become even easier with our new streamlined checkout service. We've made some little changes to make our website more accessible for all of the different ways you shop online, and now it's even easier using a mobile phone or tablet. Once you have added your items to your shopping basket, you can decide to check out now or save for later. Saving an item for later means you can easily find them in your own time, but don't forget to check back soon, as all our items are selling fast. One of just a few changes that will make buying jewellery from us even easier.
Join Jewellery Maker and specialist guest designer Louise Jacobson for our basic wirework course. This class is suitable for complete beginners who wish to learn simple wire wrapping techniques to create stunning structural designs. Louise will teach you all the essential skills to get started, including basic spirals, double connectors and much more. The full course includes a range of different wire gauges, a bead scoop, use of all relevant tools, a buffet-style lunch and refreshments, a tour of the studios, a chance to meet the presenters and a visit to our Gemstone Museum. All of this for just $69.95. For more information, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655. Jewellery Maker, bringing out the designer in you.
Add to your collection with our Sculpey Clay Basics DVD, full of handy tips and hints for all levels. Join guest designer Debbie Bulford as she teaches us how to create basic canes, kaleidoscope canes, bead shapes and much more. To get your hands on a copy, phone our call centre now on 0800 644 655.
Our commitment here at Jewellery Maker is to provide you with genuine gemstones. Many places might not be able to do that, but we want to guarantee it. So how do we do it? We go to the laboratories and we get tests. We have our own in-house gemologists that can guarantee that when we say genuine gemstones, that's exactly what you're getting.
Ooh, yeah. It is though, isn't it? You look at it and you just go, ooh, yeah. Yeah. What could you do with these? I'm looking at these and I'm thinking earrings, tassels, mini pendants, flowers in tiaras, hair slides. Ooh, these are gorgeous, aren't they? This stunning strand of gemstones, this is pyrite. Beautiful, isn't it? Gorgeous. Known as fool's gold, you are getting a gemstone here which is it used to be known as fool's gold because of its amazing gold colour. I don't necessarily like attributing it with gold because I think it's a gemstone in its own right. I think it's far more than fool's gold. It's far more than a gemstone which imitates the colour and quality of gold. For me, it just adds glamour, antique quality. You know how people will spend hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of pounds on pieces of furniture, a piece of furniture that has been made to look like an antique, that has been distressed, on something which is kind of shabby chic, and they'll spend hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of pounds on it. This does it all by itself. All by itself. Gorgeous, isn't it? This does it all by itself. Just adding a couple of these incredible gemstones to a project, whether it's a pair of earrings, whether it's a ring, a tiara, it's instantly going to give you a more vintage look. There are lots of people who are going down the kind of vintage wedding look at the minute. Lots of ladies who are opting to wear wedding dresses which are kind of mid-calf length, which are, you know, much shorter than the traditional wedding dresses, and wearing beautiful little kind of 1920s beaded headdresses. This kind of gemstone just fits in beautifully with that kind of theme. I have to say, I do love pyrite. I really do love it. If you want to give yourself that instant glamour, what do you do? How do you make yourself feel glamorous? What's that little thing that you do to make yourself feel glamorous? Do you put on a really nice pair of shoes? Do you put on bright red lipstick? Do you, I don't know, do your hair in a certain way? It's those little things, isn't it, that make you feel glamorous. And pyrite is that finishing touch which can help you and your jewellery look and feel more glamorous. It's like that little finishing touch. Now, you're getting loads on this strand. Approximately 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30. There's about 32 on this strand. There's a huge amount here. That's over 15 pairs of earrings you can make out of these. 32 pendants if you wanted to. Now, today, this is a brand new strand. If you wanted to make 15 pairs of earrings out of this, you could, couldn't you? You're getting enough to make 15 pairs of earrings, single earrings, just like those really, really beautiful single pearl earrings that we saw just a few seconds ago that Laura made with the last kit. How much would you need to sell these earrings for to make your money back on this one strand? £5 maybe? No. £4? No. £3? No. You could actually get away with charging just £1 per pair of earrings, and you'd still pretty much double your money, because today this is your deal for this brand new strand of pyrite. Yeah. This is it. This is great, isn't it? This is wonderful. And you speak to any jewellery maker who's been watching the show for the last few months, for the last few years. You ask any jewellery maker out there How important is it that you have a stash of gemstones? And every single jewellery maker out there will say, it's really, really important that I have a stash of gemstones. It's really, really, really important that I have a stash. And you'll ask anyone, what kind of gemstones do you have in your stash? And people will say things like black onyx, white quartz, white pearl, so anything which is black, white, brown, silver, grey. And then the metallic elements come through. Hematites, pyrites, because those are staples as well. Those are stash essentials as well. Having these in your stash, knowing you've got them in your stash, knowing that you can call on them anytime. If you want to make a project or a piece of jewellery look just that little bit more glamorous and you want to do it in an easy way, this is the way to do it. Getting a strand like this and being able to bring you this kind of quality for under £20, let alone under 10, is amazing, isn't it? Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Do you know, you know what I mean, Laura, don't you? Being able to call upon strands like this.
Yeah, they're the kind of thing where, see, they would look lovely on their own as a little earring drop, because like I've always said, when I first started jewellery making, I actually always went for that type of cut, you know, in the higher end. I love the teardrops, just simply hung from a little bit of wire, just, you know, just wrapped through the top with a bit of wire on an earring hook.
Simple.
And to me, that's perfect.
Simple.
But, you know, if you do have your stash and you're thinking you've got like maybe a bit of black or white and you could do a couple of those, then have that as the finishing drop. So you could just, you might be thinking, what does it need, that little something extra?
Yeah.
And then you could come across them and go, ah, perfect. So, you know, because they've got that lovely metallic colour to them, and they really do go with so many colours and so many stones. You might be a bit surprised because you might be thinking, oh, you know, the colour that they are, they're not going to go with my black and my white, but they do, they will.
But as far as findings, you're right, Laura, they will go with your antique bronze, with your gold, with your silver. Just restranded like this onto a necklace, that is probably the simplest necklace you could ever wish to make, but probably the most memorable for people, one of the most striking pieces you're ever likely to make as well. Knowing you've got gemstones like this in your stash, and as Laura says, you will be surprised at what a gemstone like this will go with. Everything from rose quartz to smoky quartz, everything from, oh, I don't know, emerald to lava rock. It will go with literally anything, because what you're working with is a metallic quality rather than a very, very strong colour. So it will go with anything, and it will add that vintage quality, that antique quality, which is everywhere at the minute, to every single piece of jewellery. Gorgeous. Amazing, 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 amazing. Love it. Beautiful. Right, now, we have had loads and loads and loads and loads and loads of texts in regarding wire that you want to see on the show today. We've had a couple of cheeky texts as well, because, yes, a couple of cheeky texts, because we've had people requesting very unusual gauges of wire. Gauges of wire that we've had in maybe once and they've sold out, and it's taken us months and months and months to get them back in stock. And I don't know whether you're texting in to see if you can get those spools of wire, but also to kind of test us to see if we've got them. We've got pretty much every gauge of wire on today's show. If you do want a specific gauge, a specific spool of wire, I've got tons of wire on today's show. Send us your text. What kind of gauges of wire do you want to see? What kind of qualities of wire do you want to see? Most of the people who are texting in at the minute are texting for the gold plated, the silver plated, and the antique bronze and the rose gold coloured wire. So just to let you know, but we are going to bring you loads and loads and loads. Now, whoever texted in about this, oh yes, there's our text number 60777. Start your text with the word JM Studio. Yep. Text a charge at your standard network rate, okay? So, let us know what gauges of wire you want to see. We've got a gauge of wire here, which was originally launched earlier on this year. I think it was February time. It was launched on the Innovators Show with Gemma Crow and Vicky earlier on this year, and it sold out. It took us near on 3-4 months to be able to get this wire back in stock. It comes from a supplier that we use out in China, who are fantastic. They've got fantastic qualities of wire, but it takes forever to get hold of the wire, and it's so frustrating. I've got a 10-metre spool here of Jewellery Maker branded. I love the branding on these. These are awesome, aren't they? Really gives you that extra little edge. I love it. 10 metres of 1.5 millimetre gauge silver coloured copper wire. This is amazing. Now, for the longest time, we've only been able to bring you up to 1mm gauge wire. This is 1.5mm gauge wire. Now, Laura, there's only 0.5 millimetre difference in the gauges between 1mm and 1.5mm gauge wire. Which actually, when you're working with wires, is actually quite a big difference, isn't it?
It really is.
How do the two wires differ? How do they differentiate, the 1mm gauge and the 1.5mm gauge?
Obviously, the 1.5mm is a lot thicker.
Of course, yeah.
It's a lot harder to work with.
Okay.
But it's brilliant for making cuffs and, you know, something that you don't want to manipulate a lot.
Okay.
So if you're going to just make like a simple cuff, you know, you're just going to do a very simple spiral and then you bind it, you know, and it's very minimal. It's very good. Also, hammering it is amazing.
Yeah.
Hammer. You know, I was going to say I've got a pendant now which has got 1.5, but I've hammered it. So if you have a
interesting.
look,
Yes, please. Yes, let's definitely have a look at that.
but it's next to 1mm wire as well, so you can see the difference.
Oh my word, that's so thick. Look at this.
But I've hammered it, so by hammering it, it's changed the look of it.
It's like changing it from spaghetti to tagliatelle.
Yeah.
Basically, that's basically what we're doing here. We've actually got the hammer and the hammering block coming up on today's show. What you've got here is the round. I mean, you can see how round it is here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I've just hammered it.
And you can see how it's been hammered here, so it's much, much flatter. Can you see that? And that's basically what happens when you hammer wire, when you hammer gauges of wire like this. Now, I have got loads of you on the phone lines at the minute, waiting to see how low we take this. I do have some really unusual gauges of wire coming up on today's show. This is going to be a chance for you to come in and get an unusual gauge of wire today, 1.5mm gauge wire. I'm surprised we've got it on today's show. It is here. Add it to your order. It's a Wirework special. This is for all of your big, rigid pieces of wire work. Here's your price today. Incredible. Incredible. Now, excuse me, that is for 10 metres of 1.5mm gauge silver coloured copper wire. Believe you and I, there are gauges of wire which always sell out on Jewellery Maker, on the live shows, and this is one of them. This 1.5mm gauge wire, we had it in stock, it's sold out, we had it in stock again, it then sold out again, we've only just got it back in stock. A lot of the spools of wire you're going to see today have only been in the building, for less than 24 hours. They've been saved for today's show, they haven't been booked in until they're ready for today's show. So you are going to get the opportunity to come in and get pretty much every single gauge of wire we do here on Jewellery Maker in today's show. There is never a better time to get your wire. Now, I've got loads of you on the phone lines. There's a queue of about 90 seconds at the minute on the phone lines. If you're a beginner to wire work, by all means come in and get your 1.5mm gauge wire. It might be something which you want to work towards using, maybe at a later date. If you want to have a go with it straight away, go for it. You know, there's nothing to stop you at all. It is the most rigid wire, the thickest gauge of wire we can offer you on Jewellery Maker, full stop. We cannot offer you a thicker gauge of wire at all. Are we going to get thicker gauges of wire in? Maybe. I've never seen 2mm gauge wire though. Have you, Laura?
I've not in a plated. I've only ever seen 2mm in sterling silver. I've not seen it in a plated.
Wow.
But another thing it's really perfect for, and again, like you were saying, if you are just sort of venturing into wire work, it's perfect for making like choker necklaces, because all you do is you simply pop your round nose pliers in the end. And turn a loop, and then just pop it around your neck, and then you just pop it, and then just pop your pendant on it. Do
you know what? I bet if you're into making tiaras as well, and you want to make the frame of a tiara, I bet this is perfect, isn't it?
So for choker necklaces, and again, you can tiara spray off of them. So you could do like a tiara spray necklace off of a choker that you've created out of the wire. Then you could make your own headband out of it. You know, I think even Laura did one when she was guest designing, and she did 2 pieces of wire together. And,
in fact, would we be able to? Because Laura's got a necklace on today, which is a choker style necklace, which is what she was just referencing. You can use this 1.5mm gauge. You can hammer it to make tiara headbands, or you can use it as a choker, as an actual chain to go around. You know, you can see the necklace that Laura's got on today, and you can see how she's. There you are. You can see how you can use it as a massive structure, as a physical chain to go around your neck, because it does have that structure to it.
Just locks in like that, see? It just sits around your
See,
neck.
and I reckon, you know, I'm a beginner with wire, but I'd have a go at doing that.
Yeah,
I could
and
definitely
it's
do that.
Comfortable to wear as
Yeah,
well.
I bet
mean,
it
the only
is.
thing, obviously, you've got to be. I've put beads on this one. You have the larger drilled beads you can put on 1.5.
Yeah.
I mean, I've done that before, but you can always wrap it. If you can't get a bead on, just use a finer wire and just attach it to the actual choker itself.
But if you're putting a pendant on there, surely you can make the bail as big as you want.
Yeah, but you can see on there that the bail on that pendant is quite big. It would easily have go on any size because it's quite a large. And any of the pendants that I make, the wire wrap pendants that I make, would go on that wire, no problem.
Yeah, you see, that's a really interesting use for this gauge of wire, because a lot of people do think, you know, it is 1.5mm in gauge, it's very, very big, it's very, very chunky, it's going to be very, very strong. Is it going to be too strong for me to work with? What can I use it specifically for? Well, we've just found a really, really specific use for it. Tiara headbands, which you can hammer, choker necklace styles, torque necklace styles as well. So rather than twisting together two, 0.6 or 0.8mm gauge wires, you've got this thickness of wire right here. Well done. There are still lots of you there on the phone lines today. A fantastic, fantastic spool of wire for you today. Well done. And again, under £10. I do have lots and lots and lots of wire coming up on today's show. Do keep on sending your text in. We'd love to hear from you today. What do you want to see on today's show? Because we've got lots coming up. Gorgeous bundle. It's called Colour Pop. Colour Pop. Is that like Fizzy Pop, but with colour? Fizzy Pop. Love Fizzy Pop. Had some Fizzy Pop last night with my dinner. Me and Fizzy Pop just don't go together very often. I am hyperactive most of the time anyway, and I talk at 1,000,000 miles an hour. You should see me after I've had half a can of Fizzy Pop. Oh no, I was never allowed pop at home as well as a kid. No, not even squash.
Do you know, orange squash sends...
It's meant to be the worst, isn't it?
It sends my son up the wall. He just goes like a complete... He's a little bit nutty anyway.
Well, you're his mother, Laura. To be fair, I'm not really that surprised.
God, I dread to think what your little joke is.
I know, my child's going to be mental, isn't it?
Do not give it orange squash.
No.
But blackcurrant he's fine with, you know, not a problem.
Blackcurrant's normally the one that sends kids loopy, isn't it?
No,
And sends them all...
For mine, it's orange. It sends them they just go insane. It's just, yeah.
Laura's saying cherryade as well. Oh. I mean, that cherryade has not been within 500 yards of a cherry. Let's face it. It is just the most. It's about as organic as you know. But it is amazing. Cherryade. Well, my cousin used to call it sherryade. I think he got a bit confused. But anyway, right. So we've got a stunning bundle here with black and purple agate and quartz together. Beautiful faceted gemstones here. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Oh, I really fancy some cherryade now. Ooh. Ooh. Cherry drops. Ooh, yeah, the sweets.
Yeah.
You only get them in really old-fashioned newsagents, don't you? You can only get them in really old-fashioned newsagents, like Highland Toffee. 10mm faceted rounds of gorgeous purple and black agate and quartz. These are lovely, lovely gemstones. Followed by apatite, sky blue apatite coins. This is a 30cm strand. Look at the clarity. Can you see that? Isn't that beautiful? Can you see not only the gorgeous colour, but the clarity you're going to be getting with the strand as well? That's lovely, 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 isn't it? Really beautiful, lovely size and shape on these. Massive contrast to these faceted rounds, aren't they? Really make those colours pop, don't they? Which is why it's called Colour Pop. How about some nuggets of aquamarine? I know, incredible. Aquamarine drop style nuggets. Now, aquamarine is one of our biggest selling gemstones on Jewellery Maker. By biggest selling, I think I actually mean fastest selling, because it's not a gemstone that we have loads and loads and loads of. Whenever it's in a bundle, whenever it's in a kit, whenever it's a strand on its own, it always makes that bundle or that kit sell very, very, very quickly. What is it about aquamarine that you love? Is it the myth and legend? Is it the way that it looks? Is it the quality you can get from Jewellery Maker? Is it the colours you can get from Jewellery Maker? Is it the fact that you see blues rather than greys like some of the aquamarine you can see elsewhere? I think it's all of those things added together. It's a lovely strand, this one, isn't it? Really awesome. Then nuggets of lapis lazuli, another fantastic blue genuine gemstone here, with gold and silver inclusions, which are iron and pyrite running all the way through here. It's a lovely gemstone. Again, so much written about this gemstone, so much myth and legend. It's a really fascinating gemstone to own. So 4 strands of gemstones here. They're all completely different, aren't they? Different textures, different qualities. Those colours really work beautifully together, don't they? Now, for your entire bundle today, you are going to get a price point which is amazing. I have said already today that the prices you are going to see for bundles are superb today. They really are amazing. Let's just add up the carat weights you're going to be getting here. There's 600, 700, 800. There's over 800 carats, 850 carats of genuine gemstones in this bundle. It really is incredible, isn't it? Today, you're getting over 800 carats of genuine gemstones, which you can use in whatever way you want. And here's your price. Amazing. Just incredible. Now, do you know, have you experienced maybe websites, maybe shops, maybe craft fairs, maybe stalls? Have you experienced maybe a price point like $11.95 for a strand of aquamarine on its own? And rightly so, it's a very, very desirable gemstone. But you're not just getting aquamarine here, you're getting your lapis lazuli and your faceted rounds and your apatite, all for that one price. Isn't that wonderful? So all 4 strands, including aquamarine, which on its own, goodness knows the kind of price points which people can charge. Now, if you were to make a beautiful pair of earrings out of your out of your aquamarine, just the aquamarine, you could maybe, little cluster earrings, maybe using some of the wire from Laura's challenge, the 0.4, 0.25 millimeter gauge gold plated copper wire. They'd be beautiful with that, wouldn't they? Just 3 or 4 or 5 in each earring. Surely those could be earrings which you could sell for maybe 12, 15 pounds. Well, the whole bundle, look at the deal you're getting for the whole bundle. And I'm just talking about using maybe 10 gemstones. See, this is why, and now can you see why so many of our jewellery makers actually end up making pieces of jewellery, really enjoying it, realising the potential, selling those pieces on, and what starts off just selling to friends and family actually becomes a little business. It's wonderful, isn't it? It's great. I think it's incredible. So all 4 strands today, fantastic deal. You've got your 30-day money-back guarantee. You're only paying £2.95 P per order as well. So much you can do with these, not just with wire, with beading thread, with monofilament, with memory wire as well. Fantastic. Well done. Great deal there. Awesome. Woo! Wire what? Ooh. Now. Getting jiggy with it. Who likes getting jiggy with it?
Me.
Cassie said, me. We love getting jiggy with it. We love getting jiggy with it. I tell you what, if you're ever feeling down, if you're ever feeling like you want a really, you want a cheer up, go onto YouTube and type in. Type into YouTube Graham Norton show Will Smith, and Will Smith of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air fame and Jaden Smith are on there, and they have just got the most beautiful relationship. Him and his son, they're gorgeous. He's got the most beautiful relationship with his son. It's just lovely. And Bradley Cooper's on there. Bradley Cooper's on there, and also, what's her name? Who's the one from The Hangover? The one with the blonde hair? Not Heather. Is it Heather Graham? Yeah, Heather Graham's on there as well, who's just unbelievably beautiful. And and Will Smith, Jaden Smith, and Alfonso, the guy who played Carlton out of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. They all end up. It's brilliant. They all end up doing the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. It is one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my life, and it lifts your spirits. It's gorgeous. So we're gonna get jiggy with it, just like Will Smith. No, yeah. No. Get jiggy with it. Because it's the jig. We got the jig. Got the jig. Got the Gillette's jig. Shall I just show the jig? Stick to what you know, Carol. Don't try and dance. Don't try and be cool. Right, so your deluxe wire. If you're sitting at home going, what on earth is that crazy lady going on about? Don't worry. Don't worry, it's just some dude in America who's really, really funny, and he sings a song called Getting Jiggy with It, and it's just, I thought I could link it to this, which I can't really, and it's just silly. This is amazing though. I'm an idiot. This is amazing. This is the Deluxe Wirework Jig. This isn't just any wirework jig, this is the Deluxe Wirework Jig. This is amazing. It's an aluminium jig. We're going to see a demo on it in a few seconds. If you're going, Carol, what is a jig? I thought a jig was a dance. Don't worry, you are going to see a demo on this in just a few seconds. It is basically a metallic board, an aluminium metallic board with loads of holes in it. Do you know what, stuff it? I'm just going to get it out here. Here we go. Okay, so you've got your jig. You've got, with all the holes in, it'll all become clear, don't worry what this is all for. You've got some large pegs with smaller pegs in the bottom, which you can pop in the holes. You've got loads and loads and loads of your smaller metallic pegs as which are just fantastic, all of different shapes and sizes. You've also got your little plastic pegs as well, which you put underneath to hold the pegs in place. You've also got your patterns and your templates. So if you're going to be giving this to somebody who's never worked with a jig before, don't worry, because it's got loads and loads of patterns in here and templates. And it comes with instructions on the back as well. And it's all for one price. We're going to see a demo in a couple of seconds, but before then, here is your deal. Woo! Amazing, amazing, amazing. Now, if you've never done wire work before, this is going to be an essential tool. It really is an essential tool because this allows you to make shapes, sizes, uniform and symmetrical qualities, which to make them by hand is a real pain in the neck. To be able, once you're really, really established with your wire work, it may be a piece of cake to do that. But if you're a beginner with wire work like I am, you want to not waste time sitting there making sure everything is symmetrical and everything is the right uniform size. You want to be able to use something like this. Now, I'm going to head over to lovely Laura. So I've got really bad indigestion. I'm going to head over to the lovely Laura so we can see a demo with the Deluxe Wirework Jig. Now, I think, Laura, this is an oh, you haven't got a chair.
I know.
There's a chair over there, actually, sweetie. You have to get it in a bit.
I'll just rough it. It's fine.
If you are a beginner to wire work, this is something which is such an essential, isn't it?
Oh, definitely, and I think it's really good as well. Again, if you're someone that likes uniformity, if you like to keep things, symmetrical, and you want all your links to be consistent, then it's absolutely perfect for that because you've got that here. You can get that consistency.
It's having to worry about if something is symmetrical, if something is the right size, something is the same size. It takes, I think personally, it takes the fun out of making jewellery because you become very concerned with, oh, does it look right? Whereas if you're using something like the jig, you can just be like, oh, do you know what? I know it's going to work. I know it's going to look great, so I can concentrate on the fun things, which are physically making it and enjoying your designs. Now, how do you use this, Laura?
Okay, well, it does come with all of its little metal pegs, and it also comes with a little instruction packet here. And if you can, I'll just move it into shot so you can see. Even just here, it's got broken down for you all these different designs as to what you can use. So it's really easy. So, and then on the back here, it's got like templates.
Oh, so you can make your own designs.
You can sort of draw your own out and then relay it here. So, I mean, I would photocopy this and have a couple of these because obviously they're perfect.
Photocopy, I like it. Ollie just said that and you just said that.
See, and I can't hear him.
Great minds think alike.
So what I'm going to do, just to make it nice and easy, I'm just going to show you very quickly, this is how I can make a nice earring finding, which I quite like, making a nice consistent earring finding. And I'll see if I can quickly show like one of these really simple quick ones. Okay, so I'm using 0.6 and if you are going to practice with it, I would say use 0.6 wire because it's flexible and you can get to using it. And then when you're quite happy and confident, I would practice a couple of times with 0.6. Then if you had 0.8 and you wanted something a bit stronger, then go to the design with the stronger wire.
Okay.
Okay. So what I'm going to do is take my wire. I'm just going to pop it. So if you see here, I've got a larger peg and a smaller peg, and I've just placed it in a way that when I take this off, it'll give like quite a nice large looped earring finding.
Lovely. Okay.
So what I want to do is I'm just popping my wire here, holding it with my finger and just wrapping it. Just wrap it, push it down as I wrap it and bring it round over to this one here. And then all I've done is, so when I'm doing this, I'm making sure it's nice and tight to the actual, nice and close to the actual pegs. Okay, and then just keep your fingers on the pegs, and you'd just be able to lift the design up then. And even if it does come off the peg, it's fine as long as you know where it went. And then there you've got a nice little find in. So what you would do is just trim, snip where you want it to snip. That would be your little loop done then, and you can add your drop or whatever to it. And then you can just, wherever you want it to go. And then kick it out.
That's nice.
It's only simple, but that's a nice simple, and then you would do a matching pair, and you can make the earring hook as actual part of the focal then.
And you know it's going to be symmetrical.
Yeah, and it's going to be the same, so you're not going to have any issues. And if you know, then you could go up to maybe the 0.8 if you wanted it to be a bit stronger.
Yeah.
Hammer it slightly. You know, it really is that easy. It's just a matter of...
It's simple, isn't it?
Popping the pegs in. Like I said, you've got the designs here. I'll just see if I can just show this one very quickly.
Yeah, go for it.
So it's got them here. I mean, I'm just going to put them in.
It's got loads of different size pegs here, which is brilliant.
Got different sizes, yeah. So you've got like a large peg here. You've got 2 large pegs. I think they're same size.
Yeah, around about the same size.
And then you've got 2 small, and you've got a variety of sizes. So I'm just going to see what this design here is, and it even shows you the directions to go.
Brilliant.
So you can and it shows you the peg to start off with. So I'm just going to, what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to start off with a little tiny loop on this one to sit it over there.
Yeah, go for it.
So just making a loop on my pliers, just large enough for me to pop it on that peg there. And then I'm just going to try and follow it. So I think you just go over here. I probably am following this completely wrong, but it's just for you to get an idea. Around here.
It's nice though.
And then every time you do it, just push it down. You know, I'm getting my fingers in there, but I'm pushing it right down nice and close to the actual board. And then you get it, and I'm pulling it nice and tight. Just wrap it around, and then bring it to there.
Nice.
And then when you take it off gently, you've got a nice little sort of that kind of shape.
Yeah, that's nice. Oh, see, that's lovely. You can suspend a gemstone in there. That'd be a nice pendant finding.
Yeah, earring finding.
Yeah, an earring finding. That would look lovely, wouldn't it?
I mean, again, use a thicker wire, and you've got it as a nice connector. You know, so it's just about playing about, but it really is that simple to use. It's nice and it's sturdy and it's bigger than the plastic one. You've got more to sort of work with, so you can create bigger designs. And you've got like the nice solid metal plastic.
Okay. Yeah, so you've got the plastic pegs to put underneath as well, which hold the pegs in place as well, which is really good.
Yes, you have. You've got the little rubber bits here.
You're not limited to the designs which you've got on the templates. You can create your own designs, which is what's so lovely about this jig. And as Laura says, you can start off by using maybe 0.6 to practice with, then going up in gauge to 0.8, 1 mil gauge if you want to as well.
So so you just pop them on like that.
You pop the plastic pegs on there as well.
Here. And you just pop it on there, just like you do an earring finding, really. And then that's not going to come out anywhere. So when you can mix it nice and secure. I didn't see them there.
That's all right, Libby, don't worry.
But yeah, that makes it actually so much better. I didn't even realise that. So that's made it 10 times better again. So
gorgeous.
Perfect.
Fantastic. Well done. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Lovely. Going back over here now. Oh, we've got loads on today's show. Laura, have you picked your favourite collective for wire, please? Oh, Laura. She's being real stick in the mud about it. She wants to look through them all, basically. I'm very sorry. So we did ask you as well, have we had any correct answers for the gemstone? Ah, right, okay, so we've had our correct answer for the gemstone, the mystery gem, which is coming up on today's show, which we will reveal very shortly. Now, wouldn't you love to be able to make jewellery like this? Wouldn't you love to be able to make beautiful pieces like this? Been made by Suzanne, one of our budding leaders. Wouldn't you love to be able to make a gorgeous amethyst necklace like this? Maybe a beautiful pair of earrings like this. This is all made with amethyst, wire, and some of the findings that you get in your findings kits as well. I just think it's lovely. Lovely wire gizmo there, making her own links as well, which is just lovely, using findings. Well, you can with a bundle like this. We've got loads of wire coming up on today's show, don't forget. We haven't even scratched the surface of the wire all coming up on today's show. There's loads and loads and loads. So you will get a chance to come in and get silver plated wire. Excuse me. Now, in this bundle, amethyst coins. Now, the great thing about amethyst is it can come in so many different colours, so many different tones, beautiful clarities, wonderful textures, and in this particular strand, I think you're pretty much getting every single colour represented, don't you think? It's lovely, isn't it? Everything from your licorice tones, very, very dark amethyst colours here, to your lighter lavender tones and your pinks. Lots and lots of gorgeous clarities going through this beautiful strand. You're then going to be getting a much, much paler strand. Now, this is what I would probably describe as Rose de France amethyst or pink amethyst. Isn't it lovely? Oh, it's so pretty. Such an awesome gemstone strand. Now, the lighter the amethyst, generally, well, the lighter the amethyst, sometimes you get better clarity. With this strand, you are getting awesome, awesome, awesome clarity here. Light amethyst nuggets and then sage amethyst nuggets as well. So you're getting the full quota of amethyst. You're getting all of these different colours and clarities and qualities. It is a limited edition bundle. We've got less than 70 of these available. The code is KIGC23. And here's your deal. Amethyst. One of the biggest selling gemstones on Jewellery Maker. You're more likely, do you know what? You're more likely to add amethyst to your first order as part of Jewellery Maker than any other gemstone, as it is a gemstone which people have heard of. We can bring it to you at price points which is just incredible. We can bring you every single quality of amethyst as well. And I think in this particular bundle, you're pretty much getting every single quality of amethyst as well. So that's another reason why this one's going to sell out. Very, very, very popular indeed. Gorgeous, gorgeous strands of genuine gemstones here, and this one is going to sell out very, very quickly indeed. Well done. 0800 644 655 or get involved on our website, jewellerymaker.com. Please don't forget as well, you've got a 30-day money-back guarantee with this. So if you get it home, you decide maybe it's not for you, or you're not 100% satisfied, send it back. We will give you your money back. But do you know what? I doubt very much you're actually going to end up sending it back. In fact, very few people do actually use their 30-day money-back guarantee, because when you get it home, you think, do you know what? The quality's amazing, the price point's unbelievable, and when you do use your 30-day money-back guarantee, please do. Go on the internet, go down the high street. Can you get these kind of deals elsewhere? If you can, and if you can get better quality, send it back to us. We will give you your money back, no problem at all. We want to give you the very, very, very best we can. With a gemstone that is so known and has got so much heritage and it is a household name, it's in our interest to bring you the best possible quality that we can, and that's exactly what we're doing here. Well done. Great deal there for less than £10. Well done. Woo! Yeah! Ooh! We've got some amazing brand new strands coming up today. Citrine, citrine. These are frosted nuggets of citrine. Beautiful. And actually, amethyst is the same gemstone as citrine. Just citrine is amethyst, which has been, got hotter, basically. It's amazing. You're also going to get the chance to come in and get this gemstone strand today. Genuine sapphire. Boom. Oh.
Someone said about that today, didn't they, on the Wall of Fame that they wanted.
Say again, Libby.
Someone said on the Wall of Fame that they needed the sapphire.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Ooh! Then we've got a strand of fancy sapphire coming up on today's show, which is gorgeous. More pink than anything else, which is very, very special indeed. You're also going to be getting carnelian. Carnelian corner drilled cubes. Beautiful. Absolutely wonderful. And a stunning strand of a mystery gem. So we've actually had the correct answer in. Do we know who it is, Lovey? I think our text machine has frozen at the minute, but we will give you the name a little bit later on the show. But we have had our correct answer as to what this gemstone is. It's going to be coming up in, it's probably going to be coming up at about 12 o'clock, this one. Gorgeous faceted rondelles. And it's now time for our second brand new kit. Now, you may be brand new to jewellery making. If you have never made a piece of jewellery in your life, you can come in to get, and you've never ordered with Jewellery Maker before, you can buy any of our kits, any of our bundles, and if you do come in to get any of our kits today, you can get that kit home. You can make jewellery from it, and if you're not 100% satisfied, or if you decide Jewellery Maker isn't for you, send all the pieces that you've made from the kit back to us, and we'll give you your money back. If you are brand new to Jewellery Maker, oh, can you pass me those, please, lovely? Sorry, the thingies. Sorry, love. If you're brand new to Jewellery Maker, you're going to get a number of things free. You're going to get a 30-day money-back guarantee free. Everyone gets that. Everyone gets that. If you are brand new to Jewellery Maker and this is your first order, you are going to get this Get Started with Jewellery Maker booklet free of charge. This not only gives you loads of information about Jewellery Maker, gives you information about our wire, what certain gauges of wire are most useful for, what elastic is used for, gives you information on all of our starter packs, what findings are useful for, what they're specifically used for, how you can use them in your jewellery. You also get tutorials in this booklet as well, which gives you information about how to do everything from, oh, I don't know, a wrapped loop to a basic loop, how to knot elastic, loads of tutorials in there as well. You get this free with your first order. You also get free with your first order a free tutorial DVD. You get so much free. A free tutorial DVD, an hour-long DVD, which gives you loads of information about how to get started with Jewellery Maker, basic techniques as well. How to do some of the most basic techniques. And even if you're not brand new to jewellery making, this is going to help refine a lot of the skills which you may have picked up on the way. So it's going to be a great refresher if you're not brand new to Jewellery Maker. This is one of the tutorials on the tutorial DVD. It's a fantastic DVD, this one. Okay, loads and loads and loads of tutorials. It's an hour-long DVD that you get free with your first order. You also get a workshop and tutorial booklet as well, free with your first order, which gives you information about all of our workshops, everything from macrame to wire work. Oh, there's one of Laura's courses there. Intermediate wire work, loads of information there about our courses here at Jewellery Maker, which you can come and join in on. Now, why am I telling you all this? Because this kit is the perfect kit if you are brand new to Jewellery Maker. If you're brand new, why? Okay, what are you going to be getting? You are going to be getting a strand of lavender amethyst bicones. I love this incredible gemstone. Love it, love it, love it. Amethyst, a gemstone which you will undoubtedly heard of, even if this is your first time ever watching Jewellery Maker. So if you've never watched Jewellery Maker before, undoubtedly you would have heard of amethyst. You're getting amethyst in this kit. So even more of a reason to get on the phone lines and to get involved. You're also going to be getting another strand of purple gemstones. This is dyed purple magnesite, which looks like natural Coloma mine amethyst, doesn't it? It looks like really, really high quality amethyst that you would maybe set into gold or silver. Just like lavender amethyst, really, but much, 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 much darker. This is actually dyed purple magnesite. Lovely quality and colour there. Purple is a universal colour, which suits everyone. So another great reason, if you're brand new to Jewellery Maker, you don't know what colours suit you, this is a fantastic kit to come in and get as you know that the colour in here, in this kit, is going to suit you. Fluorite. Now, in this strand, you are going to be getting everything from greens to yellows to purples. Banding versus an opaque quality versus a high, high, high clarity. Again, it's got purple in here, which is going to suit every single one of you watching today. Gorgeous universal colour. And a double strand of dyed pink shell. This is gorgeous. I love the texture of this strand. It's beautiful. Dyed pink shell. Now, these are beautiful shell nuggets. You're getting about 80 centimetres of shell. And if you actually consider how much jewellery you can make from this kit, well, we're actually going to see how much jewellery you can make from this kit in just a couple of seconds. Goodness me, the price of this kit is going to make your eyes pop out. It really, really will do. Now, you've got your threading pack. Don't forget, all these threading materials are mentioned in our Get Started booklet and explained what they're useful for. Monofilament beading thread and elastic. 98 silver-plated copper findings. Don't forget, I've just shown you the Get Started booklet, which you get free with your first order. All of these findings are mentioned and explained as they are on the Get Started DVD as well. You'll get to see how to use them. Okay, so if you're brand new to jewellery making, you're never going to be on your own. I know it looks a little bit daunting, the findings, there's loads of findings here, but you will have a great idea how to use them after you make this order. Now, you're also going to be getting something else which we'd never, ever, ever normally give away with kits, and it is a DVD. This is a Beading Projects Edition 3 DVD. No matter what your level of jewellery making, no matter if you've been making jewellery for 6 months, 6 years, 6 days, 6 minutes, this DVD is going to stand you in such good stead. It's an hour-long DVD. It's going to give you loads and loads of handy ideas, hints, tips and inspiration. You can take as much or as little from this DVD as you want. The reason why I think this kit is such a fantastic deal for newbies to Jewellery Maker is the fact that you are getting universal colours, purple. You are getting a gemstone which you will undoubtedly have heard of, amethyst. You are getting all of your findings and your essential threading packs which you get explained in the Get Started booklet. You're getting the DVD, an hour-long DVD included, so you're getting a tutorial, an hour-long tutorial DVD. And if this is your first order with Jewellery Maker, you're also getting all of this free with your first order as well. Now, all of this can be yours today, okay? You're getting a 30-day money-back guarantee. You're only paying £2.95 P&P per order. There's one last thing though. The other reason why this is so fantastic for newbies is because everything you can see here is yours for under £20. Look at that. Amazing, amazing, you have got to come in and get it. You've got to come in and get it. It's one of those kits that comes along every so often, which I just look at and think, you know what, that is perfect for anyone who is brand new to Jewellery Maker today. There is never a better kit to work with because you've got amethyst in there, you've got universal colours in there, you've got easy gemstones to work with, you've got your hour-long DVD, you've got your threading pack, you've got your 98 findings, not to mention which you're also going to be getting your tutorial DVD, tutorial booklet, and you'll get started with Jewellery Maker booklet as well. All of this included with your order for free if this is your first order with Jewellery Maker. And you still have the option to get it home, if this is your first order, to get it home, make jewellery from it. If you decide Jewellery Maker isn't for you, send it back, we'll give you your money back. Amazing. Right, now, Laura. Oh, this kit's got a bit of everything, hasn't it?
Yeah, I actually sat and watched the DVD.
Lovely.
Because I don't have that DVD, so I thought, you know, a lot of jewellery makers have different areas that they work with. Obviously, I work with wirework, so for me, I actually do appreciate that tutorials on using the beading wire because I don't use it all the time in my everyday jewellery. So for me, it was really handy to sit and actually watch it and to learn it all. And I actually saw the heart one on there, and I was so chuffed that was on there because I've seen that done before, and I thought, I want to do that. Didn't record it, so I'd missed it, and it's on there and it's so easy to follow. So I've done the heart one and the main necklace there with the mix of it.
This one here?
Yeah, it's kind of a bit of a take of the cover piece of the DVD.
Ah,
so
it is!
I used that as a basis. I don't know where it's gone.
Have you got the DVD there, Cass? Could I just have a quick look at it? That one in the bag?
I've got it here.
Thanks, lovely. Oh, have you?
Yeah.
Brilliant. Yeah, you can see the take Laura has made from the cover. Isn't that lovely? It just shows you it's the same technique, but just using different gemstones.
Yeah, just slightly,
lovely.
Slightly varied it, very slightly. But I mean, it gave me an idea. I sort of sat there and I thought, because you know, you've got this lovely, massive, long strand of nuggets, and you want to do something different with it. You know, I mean, it'd be lovely just to sort of spiral it or plait it and then have it on some chain. I thought that would have been nice, but I wanted to do something different. So I was really quite chuffed when I saw that. So.
Gorgeous.
Yeah.
The necklace next to it, just here, beautiful, just a stranded necklace. Very simple pair of earrings here. You don't need to make this complicated. You can make it very simple, and it looks so effective. Because the findings, the gemstones, they will do a lot of the work for you.
Yeah.
They really, really will do. Selecting the green and the yellow fluorites as well, just that bit of colour organisation just looks lovely. You've made your own chain as well. Again, this technique here, making your own loops, that's included in the Get Started booklet.
Yeah, and I've made my own shepherd hook out of eye pin as well.
Oh yeah, you have. Oh, look at that.
Because I love having shepherd hooks or hooks to put bracelets on. I hate trying to fiddle with a
especially
clasp.
if you've got dexterity issues.
Yeah,
it's much
brilliant.
easier, isn't it? It's much easier. Lovely earrings here, made using beading thread. Gorgeous little ring. Beautiful stretchy bracelet. Lovely necklace here. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, 2 little hearts. Look at that.
You know, and I thought about it after I'd done that, and I thought, well, you could really make a little bow out of it because you could put the 2 ends together. You could make a butterfly out of it. You know, there's loads you could do. I just wanted it to be like a simple little. Originally, I was going to do 3 little hearts sitting on a chain, and then I thought, you know, but my favourite are the earrings.
Yeah, these earrings are
I would wear
beautiful.
them. I think they're really good. They're the first thing I made. And I just think they're so cool.
Now, this is actually on the DVD, which you're going to get with this kit. Show us how you do this. Because
I'm going to show it, yeah.
On the DVD, the heart demo is actually done with round gemstones, so it's going to be really interesting to see how the results differs using the bicones.
See, because I watched the DVD and then I thought, right, okay, I've got to apply some of these because I wanted people to be able to buy this whole bundle, or this whole kit, and go home and actually be able to make the pieces, and you can because you've got the DVD there.
Oh, you are proof that you can do it because you're not somebody who necessarily specialises in beading techniques.
No, and again with the DVD it shows how to make a continuous necklace. So on the DVD it's a heart that then becomes a whole necklace. So this is actually just to show you how to just make a heart and apply it however you want. Okay, so I'm going to take quite a long length of wire because it's better to have a little bit too much and cut it, and you've got loads anyway. When I say wire, beading wire. So I've just got a long length, probably about 1 metre. Okay, so I'm going to start off with the bicones, and this is going to be just a simple quadrant weave. Okay, so I'm going to pop on 3 of the bicones. Oops. And these, I love these bicones.
Oh, they're beautiful. They slot together so well.
Yeah, I mean they're perfect for beady beads, but I deliberately I wanted to not do a beady bead. I wanted to do something a bit different. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I popped 3 on. Okay, and now I'm going to thread. I'm going to cross both of. So I'm just trying to see it. Both of the wires through, so you can see that.
Through the fourth
one.
Yeah.
There. Okay, and I'm just going to pull it. Just try and get it so it still stays in the middle, because I want this all to be done sort of in the middle
of the beading thread.
Of the beading thread, in the centre of it. So just pulling it together, and then it's just going to sit like that nicely. Okay, so there's your first part. Then so if I lay it like this, so if I say this is my top, this is my bottom wire, there. What I'm going to do is just pop 2 of the bicones onto the bottom wire. So just 1, 2. Okay. Then on the top wire, I'm going to put another bead on, another bicone.
Just one?
Just one.
Okay.
But I'm going to actually cross the wires through.
Ah, okay.
So I'm going to bring the bottom wire through to cross. Just like it did then. So then when you pull it, you can do this on monofilament as well, by the way. I'm doing this on beading wire. I did actually do all mine on beading wire. Gives it a bit more strength, I find.
Yeah, it does.
So then it sits like that.
Okay, lovely.
Okay. So then, top wire and my bottom wire again. So I've just repositioned it. So I've got my top and my bottom wire again. And this is that one that we added on. The top originally. So then I'm going to pop on the top wire 2 of the bicones.
Yeah.
Okay. And then on the bottom wire, I'm going to pop on 1 bicone and repeat the same. So I'm going to put the top wire through and cross those wires through.
Okay.
Okay. And when you pull it, it goes like this. And you can see here, if you look at it, you can kind of see where it's becoming a bit of a heart shape.
Hold it up just there. Oh yeah,
so
lovely.
You can kind of see that there, just like that, how it's starting to become the heart shape. Okay, so my beads are here now. So what I want to do...
Now you might need to do the next bit without the mat, just purely because the mat's quite dark.
Okay, I'll tell you what.
I don't know, see whether you can...
No.
Aha. Perfect.
Okay,
there we go, lovely.
Transfer on, sorry.
So you're now going to use the smaller purple magnesites?
Yes.
Okay. Can't get over how much jewellery you've made for this. You've made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 pieces of jewellery.
And it's all gem heavy as well. You know, even the little hearts take up quite a lot of gems. Okay, so if I just reposition so you can see this okay.
Yeah, lovely.
All right. So what I'm going to do now on the wire, so if we see here, I've got 1 in this direction, 1 in this direction. I'm going to go in the one that's going upwards. And I'm going to add on 5. So bear with me, because they are quite dark little beads. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. What I'm going to do is pop them on there. Now, I'm going to miss this bead here, so I'm going to go past this bead and go to the next bead. And then what I'm going to do is bring the beading wire through. So can you see that there? So I've just brought it through, and then when you pull it, it sits over. So if you can just see that like that.
Yeah, so you've missed out that corner bead and you've gone through the next one to it.
That wire is, if I hold it around that way, you can see where the wires come out.
Yeah.
There you go. And obviously don't worry about the tension, because when you pull it all together, it does all come together.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so you can see that there.
Yep, okay.
So then I want to go, so you can see this one here, which is mirroring the one we've just come through. what I want to do is pop our beading thread through that. Just make sure you uncurl it so it doesn't twist.
Okay.
And then again it will all come together, okay? And then you want to add on another 5 quickly. So we're just going to go 1, 2. And these, once you know, I mean, these are really quick to do. I'm
Yeah, they are,
surprised
aren't
how
they?
quick it was. And so I'm going to repeat now, but what I want to do is skip a bead again.
Yep.
And come down through the next bead.
Yep.
So bring the wire through.
So just the same that you did on the
Exactly, it's mirroring
on the
it.
other side.
And then you're starting to see now, if I hold that up, you can
That's
see.
nice.
Oh, you sort of hold it down like that, you can see.
Yeah.
Starting to get the heart. Now I've got a little gap here. I'm going to pop a little bead on.
Yeah.
So where that wire came through that bead there, I'm going to add another bead on. I mean,
The gemstones in this kit are just perfectly
They are.
sized for this technique, aren't they? They
Yeah.
really are.
So I'm then going to bring the beading wire through the next bead, but I've popped a bead on so that bead will sit in between. So I'm just popping that on. If you pull it nice and tight, it will just slot in there.
Yeah,
so you
lovely.
can see that. There.
Yeah.
Then you've got your wires now coming out at the bottom of the 2 beads. So pop another bead on,
Yep.
pop it back up through here,
Ah, and then you put the other purple one.
and then I'll just put one more purple on, and then so just make sure you don't get this wire tangled up in it, which I just have, but that's easy enough to rectify. Put it nice
Okay.
and tight. Okay, so there you go. And then if you pull it, kind of slots in. Then last bead, pop it on, and then that goes through this wire here. And I've already got a beading wire coming through there, so these beads can take
Yeah,
quite
they
a
take
lot.
loads of strands of beading thread. That's incredible.
And you can, so there you go. Just pop that through there. put
That's
it-
awesome.
And then there's your little heart. Lay them down like that.
Fantastic,
okay.
yeah.
And all I did to finish this off was just weave these wires just through to the centre so they came together again, and just tied it into a tiny little knot.
There you go.
And then it becomes a solid unit. In the DVD, I think it's Sheila who does it, and she just brings the wires back up to the sort of the little shoulders, and then it becomes the necklace. But with that, I just brought them sort of into the middle somewhere. You probably see it on one of them, and then I just tied about 3 or 4 knots, and then just cut it.
I think that's gorgeous. This technique is on the DVD, which
It
you get
is.
with this kit. Fantastic kit for beginners. Really, really, really fantastic. Now, to go with this kit, wouldn't it be nice to have some wire to go with this as well? We've actually got some more wire to go with this kit. If you want to come in and get it, it is. Right, this is going to go quickly. This is 1 1/4 millimetre gauge wire. So another really, really thick gauge of wire. Again, there's not much difference in between 1 1/4 and 1 1/2 millimetre gauge, but presumably you can use it maybe for slightly different things. You can use it. Well, presumably you can still use it for your tiara headbands and for your big structural pieces as well.
Yeah.
What would you use? What would you use 1 1/4 millimetre gauge wire that maybe you wouldn't use 1 1/2 mil or 1 mil gauge for?
I would use that for my cuffs. And the reason I'd use that one as opposed to the 1.5 or the 1 mil is 1 mil is strong, but it doesn't necessarily grip your wrist 100%. So, you know, it may need a clasp. 1.5 is a little bit too strong. So, as like I said, you don't really want to have to keep bending it. With the 1.25, you can make a nice cuff and you can mould it around your wrist, but you'd still have that strength. So you'd be able to mould it, but it would still hold.
Nice.
Whereas if the 1.5, you would struggle to mould it properly, if that makes sense. It needs to kind of be formed and kept in that shape. Whereas the 1.25, you've still got that bit of movement. So, you know, I like to make my Lucy cuffs. And so that's perfect just to mould around your wrist. And that was saying I always use 1.25.
Ooh, fantastic. So a favourite with
It
the
is.
Laura binding. So we're going to give you a fantastic deal for this today. Not again, this is limited edition. We do not have many spools of this. I've got lots of you on the phone lines already. Lots of you adding this to your order on the web. And this is your price. Yeah, that is for 10 metres of silver-plated copper wire, 1 1/4 millimetres in gauge. Fantastic. For 10 metres of wire, Laura, and if you think of how much you're going to be selling your cuffs on for, you could maybe get, I don't know, well, actually, with 10 metres, you could probably get more than 2 cuffs out of this, couldn't you?
I probably would use, I use about 20 inches for a cuff.
Okay.
So, you know, 1 metre is going to be more than enough to make one cuff out of. So you've got at least 10 cuffs in there. At
See,
least.
that's fantastic.
Yeah.
And if you put your business head on, think about how much you're going to sell those cuffs on for.
Yeah.
Yes, you will use arguably, you know, lots and lots of different gauges of wire throughout them, but for a cuff that you may be going to be selling for 50, 60 pounds, when you look at a price like this, for the actual structure, the really important parts, £7.95 for 10 metres of wire. That's amazing, isn't it? Yeah. And if you do want to buy any of this, speak to the call centre on Live Help, because these spools of wire, these gauges of wire do not come up very often on Jewellery Maker at all. So do bear that in mind. Can I just clarify, is this silver plated or silver coloured? So it is silver plated, because it says here silver coloured. So it is silver plated, yeah? Yeah, we're just double checking for you. But it's 1 1/4 millimetre in gauge. You are getting 10 metres there. It is £7.95. We're just double checking whether it's silver coloured or silver plated. But a fantastic gauge of wire to use. And it's interesting actually to find out from Laura that it's a fantastic kind of bangle gauge of wire to use. 1.5 millimetre gauge, maybe that little bit too thick for the project you want to work on. 1 millimetre gauge, maybe a little bit too thin. This is perfect. It's like Goldilocks and the Three Bears.
It's also really good if you want to make simple spiral rings. You know, you can make adjustable spiral rings. So you literally do a spiral, wrap it around a ring mandrel, do another spiral, and hammer the spirals because it holds that strength. But it's adjustable then, so you can just put it on and then it will fit any sort of size as well. So, and again, it's perfect because it's got that moldability to it. So
fantastic. So it's very, very pliable as well. It is silver plated wire that you're going to be getting here, we can confirm. So it's silver plated copper wire, 1 1/4 millimetre in gauge. So precious metal plated wire, 10 metres in total. Under £8. Well done, you can't go wrong with that. Gorgeous. Right, let's go and see some of your gorgeous creations on the Wall of Fame. Number 407 here, using wire. Someone's done their own findings here. It's Di Price from Bristol, who says, "Hi Jewellery Maker, here's my entry for the Wall of Fame. This pretty set was made using lovely soft green prehnite and purple amethyst I've had for a while but couldn't decide what to do with. I love purple and green together and thought this looked really summery." It does, it's gorgeous. Well, I always use JM silver plated jewellery wire. It's great to work with and 100 metre reels last forever. Love the show as always. Di Price. How convenient is that? Thank you very much, that's gorgeous. Stunning wire work there, well done, Di.
Okay, and this is number 410. Okay, it says, "Hi all at JM. Here is my Wall of Fame entry for this week. A pair of earrings made from 0.6 the gizmo coils
nice.
and 0.8 silver plated coppered wire with turquoise coloured howlite rondels. All ingredients from JM. Loving all the shows. Keep up the good work. Best wishes. Joyce from Edmonton." I like that. They're really... They're nice.
Stunning. Do you know what? All of these Wall of Fame entries are all wire work entries, which is really interesting. Total coincidence. It's brilliant. Number 404, some more wire work creations here, made by Tracy in Lancashire. "Hi all, this is my entry for the Wall of Fame. My latest wire work piece is my first attempt at making, butterflies and a dragonfly. Having my wire rings shown on your wall when you were in the old studio, and I'm hoping these will be shown on your wall in the new studio." Here they are. All the wire and gems and organza bags are from Jewellery Maker. The chain is from my stash, and I made the clasp as I found I didn't have a copper one in my stash. I love the wire as it's easy to work with and very forgiving, and if you need to straighten a section out after bending it the wrong way, you can. Can't wait for my next lot of wire to arrive as I'm going to have making some wire work bangles. Oh, enjoyed that 1.25, perfect for it. Don't forget, Tracy. Enjoy watching the show as it brightens up my day. Keep up the great work. And that's Tracy. Thanks, Tracy. I hope you're enjoying the show today. We've got loads of wire work entries here.
This is amazing. This is number 408.
Wow.
"Hi all, I've sent this piece I have just finished for this week's entry to the Wall of Fame entry. It's with pyrite and silver wire. I'd love to see it on the wall and to hear what you think. Best regards." Una in Newcastle.
Thank you,
that's
Una.
Stunning. It's
That's
really
stunning.
It's lovely.
Really intricate, beautiful. It must have taken you hours to make all these pieces. Number 409. This is one we showed earlier on. It's gorgeous. Zoe, who says, "Hi there, here's my entry for the Wall of Fame. A copper and blue agate flower bangle, made using copper wire, copper beads and this beautifully carved agate flower. I love the veining in the agate flower and the way the light shines through it and lights up the gemstone. So do I. It's beautiful, really gorgeous and translucent. So had to make it into a feature into the wire work bangle. Keep up the great work." See, that's a great point. If you've got one gemstone that you really love, make a feature out of it. Make a pendant or a bangle out of it.
Yeah.
That looks awesome. So we've got 5 very different but beautiful wire work entries there. Isn't that fantastic? Right, now, if you want to add this wire onto your order, perfect for bangles, Tracy. So I know that you said you want to make your own wire work bangles, so do add this onto your order. $7.95 as well, and if you do want to multi-buy it, go for it. What's coming up next, Lovey? Oh, Citrine Collector's Choice. That's coming up in just a couple of seconds. Don't go anywhere, it's going to be a low price.
Do you need a helping hand to get started with Jewellery Maker? Are you stuck for ideas and need inspiration? Then visit our Jewellery Maker website, where you can find our video tutorials. Expand your knowledge and skills with these easy-to-follow jewellery making demonstrations. Whether you're a beginner, hobbyist, or business owner, there's always something new to learn. It couldn't be easier. Simply click and learn some new jewellery making techniques. Add to your collection with our Wirework DVD, which is full of hints, tips, and step-by-step instructions for all levels. Join guest designer Laura Binding as she takes you through how to create the Tree of Life, the herringbone weave, and many more. To get your hands on a copy, phone our call centre on 0800 644 655. Jewellery Maker, bringing out the designer in you. Jewellery Maker course gift vouchers are now available. You can choose from a bronze, silver, or gold voucher. Each voucher is worth a different amount that entitles you to put towards a course of your choice. For more information, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655. Here at the Genuine Gemstone Company, we are happy to announce that our studio store is now open. If you attend any of our courses, you can now browse through special items, get exclusive discounts and deals that you can't get at any other time. Become an exclusive customer at the studio store. For more information on available courses and dates, please contact our call centre. The new studio store. The experience just got better. If you have a question or query for Jewellery Maker, then you can contact our call centre on 0800 644 655 and press option 2. Or alternatively, you can email help@jewellerymaker.com.
Hi, we're back! Now, we have got 2 bead scoops to give away. Competition winners. Yeah. We asked you at the beginning of the show, what is a collective term for wire? So you have a pride of lions, you have a gaggle of geese. We had tons of entries. And Laura has picked her favourite. Waffle of wire, that's good. I like that, it's food related as well. Brilliant. A whirly of wire. A mesh of wire. A what? A nestle of wire. Slightly odd. Oh my goodness me, that's amazing. The winning term is from Kate. Kate, you've won yourself a bead scoop with a wish of wire. Oh. A wishful of wire. Isn't that nice?
That's nice. I was thinking a tangle of wire.
A tangle of wire.
That's
Laura.
what I get into.
Chloe liked a posse of wire, but a wishful of wire.
That's nice, that sounds all...
Isn't that lovely? So Kate, you won yourself a gorgeous bead scoop. Brilliant, well done. And I can now tell you, can we tell the gemstone? This amazing gemstone is coming up in the midday hour. We've had lots of people guessing what this incredible genuine gemstone is. The first person to text in with the correct answer. Sorry, say again. Emily Newton, you were the first person to text in with the correct answer. This gemstone is, of course, creme dioxide. It's coming up in today's show. So lovely, lovely, lovely. Emily Newton, you've won yourself a bead scoop. Well done, love. Well done, love. So that's going to be yours. Well done. So chrome dioxide coming up on today's show. It's an amazing gem. It's natural. It's awesome. It's all the way from Russia. I can't do Russian accents. Russian accent. It just sounds awful, doesn't it? Does that sound Welsh? Did it? When I try and do like an Indian accent, it comes out Welsh as well. I can't seem to get Welsh out of my head. So Russian dancer. hey, hey. No? Do their kind of Cossack dancing? No.
No.
Maybe, it might be Greek dancing, I don't know. I've never been to Russia. Are you actually doing Russian dancing in there, Laura? Is she? No, the ones where they get low to the floor and they kick their legs out.
Yeah,
that's Russian, isn't
Russian,
it?
Yeah, and the Greeks do their arms and their feet
Yeah,
kicking.
Yeah, the Greeks do the smashing plates. Hey, hey, smash, 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 smash. So I've got to now link Greek dancing to our next strand. Okay. Greek dancing to citrine. I like that. Greek dancing makes people happy. Another thing that makes you happy is the gemstone of happiness. Citrine. I can't take credit for that. That was Chloe. That was Chloe who came out with that. This is from our Collector's Choice collection. I love this. This is a strand of citrine frosted graduated nuggets. Isn't that beautiful? Do you know what? We had a gorgeous kit yesterday on the show with Debbie Bulford, and it featured fluorite frosted nuggets, and it was a lovely, lovely kit. And the fluorite nuggets reminded me of beach glass. I don't know if you've ever, it's few and far between now because of recycling and things like that. But beach glass is effectively glass that's been washed up on the beach. All the hard edges have been taken off it, and it's just smooth and beautiful. And it looks so pretty. This reminds me of orange beach glass, if there is such a thing. Just purely because you're getting that frosted, translucent quality. But you're still going to get that gorgeous punch of colour. And there's everything in here from your whites and your colourless qualities to your yellows, to your honey tones, to your really strong oranges, to your Papradasha sapphire tones as well. Now, I know many of you at home will be coming in to get this today because our Collector's Choice collection is about bringing you as close to the organic state of the gem as we possibly can. This has obviously been heat treated, but you get a sense of how the gemstone is formed, how it's been formed in the host rock, how it's literally just been chipped away from the host rock. All the hard edges have been taken off. We haven't even polished it. It's just literally been drilled and stranded. It's beautiful, isn't it? Now, would you be tempted to colour graduate this? It would take you a long time to do, but would you be tempted to do that? Because I would. With a strand of gemstones like this where you're getting so much variance in colour, subtle variances in colour. They're all around about the same kind of clarity though, aren't they? Wouldn't it be lovely to colour graduate these from the really beautiful yellows and the colourless qualities right the way through to these really deep honey tones, these really gorgeous burnt orange qualities? I'd love to be able to do that. Now, of course, we are heading towards the centre and the middle of summer. It is a summery genuine gemstone. Not only that, but it is the one of the two birthstones of November as well. So you've got a perfect gemstone to use, which will take you from autumn into winter. Oranges like this, whether it's a very, very light yellow, whether it's a very, very deep orange, there is a colour in here which will suit pretty much everyone. Now, the great thing about our Collector's Choice collection is the fact that we can bring you these amazing gemstone strands, different to any other qualities that we can bring you here on Jewellery Maker, and we can bring them to you for prices which are amazing. Today, this Collector's Choice strand of citrine is yours. Have a look at your price. Yeah. When we say low prices for brand new strands, that is exactly what we mean. It is really, really true, isn't it? You can get genuine gemstones from Jewellery Maker. You can get them for prices which are unbelievable. And again, this is a gemstone which people have heard of. It's a household name. People have heard of citrine. You know, it's a gemstone attributed with so much myth and legend. The quality you're going to be getting here, though, that beautiful frosted kind of beach glass quality is just lovely. How would you use these gems, Laura? What would you do with them?
Well, I would probably use them as little accents if I was doing like a pendant like I'm doing now, like one of my wire wrapped ones, so I'd have like little accents of it because it's got that lovely sort of translucency to it, but then it would also be lovely for a special tree of life if you wanted to do something like that.
Nice idea, yeah.
Because you could do it with the gold or the antique bronze. The antique bronze would really bring out the colour of the stones. I think that would look really nice. But then I think you could go really simple with it as well, and again just have a couple on the earrings like those ones with the coils that we saw on the wall of fame, something like that. You know, a couple cascading down off of some chain or something simple like that. You know, you don't really need to go over the top of it because you don't want to hide the beauty of the stone. I wouldn't hide it under wire. I would probably use the wire to enhance it or just keep it simply on its own.
Lovely. Isn't that stunning? Really gorgeous gemstone there. The gemstone of happiness as well. Can't fail to feel happy when you look at a gem like that, can you? Gorgeous. Well done. Now, got another bundle. I've got something in my eye. Hang on, just bear with me. There we go. I think it's got... No, it hasn't. It's weird. Weird. Bit of fluffle. Oh, there we go. It's an eyelash. There we go. Gone. Done. Make a wish. Oh, it's gone. Make a wish. Very vintage. This is very, very vintage. Yes, very, very vintage. Labradorite nuggets. Check it out. Labradorite nuggets, look at these. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous gemstone here. Look at the blues and the greens. Oh yeah, look at that. As soon as you start to move this gemstone, it's just alive, isn't it? It's beautiful. Look at that, every angle, every surface giving you labradorescence, which is natural. How can anybody deny that the world of the genuine gemstones is the most exciting world in the world? Isn't it? It really is. You get so many gorgeous qualities. You think that what? Cake world would be better. Cake world would be amazing. Peanut butter world for me, probably. Cake world would be amazing. But the fish and chip world, it's always about food with us, isn't it? Cheese world, cheeseburger world, hash brown world, red wine, vodka, pints of gin world. With a cheeky cigarette thrown in. No, I'm joking, I'm joking. So you've got your court. We can't condone that, no. But you know what I mean. The wonderful world of gemstones. It is the most amazing world, isn't it? My husband came up with an idea the other day for a special world. Stag world. Stag world, which is basically for stag parties. And everything in there's beer on tap and, you know, all that kind of stuff. And stag world. Anyway, right. We're talking about the genuine gemstone world. Pie world. So you've got your labradorite, smoky quartz. You are looking at probably the most versatile gemstone in the world. It will go with everything. A double strand of smoky quartz here. Pretty much 80 centimetres in total. This is in short supply on Jewellery Maker. There's hardly any smoky quartz about, and it's because it always sells out. Always. It always sells out because it's so versatile, so useful. Next strand, or the final strand I should say, pyrite. Pyrite plain rounds. Really beautiful gemstone there. Gorgeous quality, so metallic. To go with the pyrite that we bought you earlier on. Yay! Beautiful qualities there. Well done. Right, so this gorgeous bundle for you today. It is vintage. You're getting that vintage quality, that effortless vintage quality. Put it with antique bronze wire. Put it with antique bronze findings. Ooh. Really stunning quality here. Maybe with some gorgeous white pearls, maybe with some cream pearls. Definitely with the pyrite drop that we bought you earlier on. Your deal today for these 3 stunning strands, actually the equivalent of 4 strands. Try this out. You're getting a 30-day money-back guarantee. You're not going to need it because look at your price today. What? Laura, there's pyrite in here. These are big rounds of pyrite, Laura. What are you doing? Oh my word! Is this the right price? Is this the right bundle for the price? Give me that. Really? Well, I don't know. You put the price there. It's ridiculous, isn't it? It's amazing though. Make the most of it. What a treat! A double strand of smoky quartz, natural labradorite, beautiful pyrite. Think of the pieces you can make with that. And all of these are stash essentials, really, aren't they? Because you're working with golds, you're working with smoky quartz, which is definitely a stash essential, and labradorite arguably is as well, because it's got loads of colours in there, but it's got essentially a silvery colour background. So you can use it as a shaded gemstone rather than a bright colour. So you can put these literally with anything. Amazing. Oh, wow. I must just clarify, I'm not condoning drinking pints of gin or smoking cigarettes, by the way. I just don't want to condone that at all. Don't want to get into trouble. But Cake World does sound amazing, doesn't it? Does, yeah. Cake World. How about a wire work bundle? I'm a little bit nervous. Laura Binding is a lovely lady. Very lovely. However, I get the sense that occasionally you can snap.
I've had my moments.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is going to be one of them, isn't it?
Yeah. I stand back, Laura, because this is gonna blow your socks off. Have you got socks on?
No.
She hasn't even got socks on.
I have got shoes on. I just don't have socks on.
Right. This is. Kerry's got socks on. No, I'm joking. That's okay. This bundle is out of this world. Right. I feel like we need some kind of gate or barrier or electric fence, something to prevent Laura from scuttling over here and snatching all of this wire.
I've already managed to get this.
What? Oh, she has! She's nicked the wire we did with the last kit. Oh my goodness me!
You left it here.
Oh, all right. Right, now, what happens when we bundle things together? What happens when we bundle things together? What happens when we give you more than one of something? Bundling. What happens when we put things together? It means we can bring you cheeky savings. Far more so than if we bring you something on its own. If we put something together, we can bring you a saving. A cheeky saving. Now, I'm actually quite nervous. 100 meters of brand new Jewellery Maker branded silver plated copper wire 0.4 millimeters in gauge. Don't you love this new branding? I love that. Isn't it awesome? I'm a real sucker for branding. Things like this are just awesome, aren't they? 100 meter spool of 0.4 millimeter gauge silver plated copper wire. And 100 meters of 0.25 millimeter gauge silver plated copper wire. Now, there are 200 meters of wire here. Why am I so excited about this? Okay, I'm looking over at the Wall of Fame, and of the 15 Wall of Fame entries we've got up there today, and when these pieces are emailed into us, when Wall of Fame entries are emailed into us, you might know that we have a wirework show, you might not know that we've got a wirework show, but for whatever reason, today, of the 15 pieces that have been sent, 15 pieces which we've got displayed on the board today, on the Wall of Fame, I can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's about 9 or 10 entries which feature wire work. So the question, is wire popular on Jewellery Maker? Is a bit of a silly question because the answer is yes. Now, your 0.25, your 0.4mm gauge wires, what are they useful for? Tiara work, weaving, making beautiful features on your pendants, on your pieces, like the features you've got here. So not the structure, but all that fine detail, all those gorgeous little coils, all those beautiful little twiddles. What's going to make you different to other jewellery makers? That's going to make you stand apart from the crowd. That's going to give you the confidence and you the creativity that you've been hankering after. This is what this wire can do for you. Now, we are going to give you a saving. We are going to give you a deal today for 200 meters of wire, 100 in 0.25, 100 in 0.4, both of them silver plated copper wire. This is your deal. You're going to love this. Wow, 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 wow. Get it? It's amazing. It's incredible. That's for 200 meters of wire. Not for 10, not for 20, not for 50, not for 100, 200 meters of wire. Now, you could, of course, make pieces like this, which the lovely Rachel Norris has made, which used lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of wire. You can use it sparingly. You can use it sparingly on earrings to make little twiddles. You can make the most beautiful pendants like the ones Laura's created here. Do you know what? Most of the people who've come in to get this have actually come in to get 2 lots of this. If you do want to add more than 1 lot of this to your order, speak to the call centre or live help. There is a reason why there's so many of you on the phone lines. A, because wire work is so prevalent in people's designs. Wire work is just at the forefront of so many of your designs. Whether it's beautiful bangles like this, like the one that did Karen Crawford make that? I think she did, yeah. Like this beautiful piece that Karen Crawford made, like these beautiful pendants which Laura has made. And you can see, even though we've got lots and lots of wire experts on Jewellery Maker, all their pieces are so different. What a treat for you today. Honestly, I cannot guarantee the next time I'm going to be able to bring you wire like this. You know, this is a great saving you're making today. Just stunning. So there's your wire. 200 meters in your 0.25. Sorry, I do beg your pardon. 100 meters in your 0.25, 100 meters in your 0.4. Both of them silver plated copper wire, and you can do so much with them. And as Gemma Crow once said, and this has always stuck with me, when you have a 100 meter spool rather than a 10 or 20 meter spool, it allows you just to be more creative, to make those mistakes, to learn from your mistakes. And believe you and I, by the time you get to the end of this spool of wire, you will be making pieces like this. You really, really honestly will be. It's fantastic. It is addictive though, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean also it's a perfect gauge for your gems of distinction as well, because a lot of them, the gems of distinction are finer drilled. Yeah. And also your pearls as well. Ah, yeah, of course. So it's the perfect gauge of wire to use for anything, like if you like to use pearls and you know, like you say for the tiaras or anything like that, it goes through all your gemstones. You can guarantee that it will go through any, and even if you use it to bind onto the thicker wire, like I said earlier about having the 1.5 as a choker, using that, you've got the 1.5 or the 1.25. Exactly. And you've got that, and I use the 0.4 for my Lucy cuffs. So with that and that, exactly, then you can make a perfect Lucy cuff. And what Laura's referring to is binding. I love the fact that your surname's binding as well. I think it's amazing. The fact that you can use this thinner gauge wire to bind your gems of distinction quality gems, your pearls, onto your thicker gauges of wire, which is exactly what she's done here. Yeah, because it won't go through the 0.8. See? Or the 0.6 sometimes, but it goes through 0.4. It always goes through 0.4, and it will always go through 0.25. See, this is it. These gauges of wire are invaluable, which is why there's over a 2-minute queue on the phone lines at the minute. We do have. This is one of the bundles that we do have a lot of, which is great, but you've got to be quick. Now, coming up, we've got the return of one of the fastest selling tools we have ever bought you, which is the wire worker tool, which is right here. Now, this enables you to make different shapes of wire using different shaped mandrels. Now, this is going to be coming up on the show today. We do have limited quantity, but you are going to have the chance to come in and get this. It's coming up on today's show. It comes with instructions. It comes with 5 different mandrels, which we'll go into detail with. We're also going to see a demo with this. It is coming up on today's show. Believe you and I, deals like this, wire work deals like this, they are amazing, but they do fly out the door. You knew you were going to get a wire work show today. You knew it was going to be wire focused, which is why a lot of these wire work bundles are just selling out. 0.4, 0.25mm gauge wires, very, very useful, very, very versatile. You can use them very practically, or you can use them for decoration. If you're on the phone lines at the minute, have we got plenty of these still left, Lovey?
Okay, so we've got less than 100 left. We've got about 60 of these left now. If you're on the phone lines, you should be successful. There is quite a significant queue on the phone lines at the minute. We have got queues across the other channels here at the Genuine Gemstone Company as well at the minute. So do be patient. If you are calling from a BT landline, that phone call's free. Okay, so just be patient. We will get to your call. The call centre know that you're waiting. And if you want to add anything else onto your order, even if you don't know the code of it, if you want to add the last kit, if you want to say to the call centre, can I add the last kit, which was $19.95 onto my order? If the quantity is still there, yeah, we'll definitely do that for you, okay? Brilliant. So, that was amazing, wasn't it? And I thought Laura was actually very well restrained.
I'm waiting for the cameras to go off.
Oh, are you? See, this is it. She waits till we go to a break and then she starts stealing everything. If it isn't screwed to the floor,
yeah, well, I'm building up a collection here, see. I'm going to be searched before I leave.
Well, it's all right, Laura, because I've got two of your pendants over here.
You're going to hold
yes,
me
exactly.
That's all right, I'll swap.
A fair swap. Right, so, what's this bundle called, Laura? Love earrings. Laura, have you perhaps been inspired by my amazing bundles? Wow, I love your earrings. Wow, I love your earrings part 2. And like I created yesterday afternoon, wow, I love your earrings part 3. It's the trilogy. Seriously, it's going to be like Star Wars or The Godfather or Rocky. It's pretty amazing, isn't it? So, what are you going to be getting here? Here we go. Black rutile quartz. This is like the anti-gemstone. I love it. This is the kind of gemstone that gives you everything which other gemstones aren't meant to give you. Gives you loads of inclusions, loads of texture. Most gemstones, you want to see lots of clarity, crystal clear clarity, or at least a consistent quality all the way through the gem. With rutile quartz, you want to see quite the opposite. You want to see lots of different zones of quality, zones of heavily included qualities, and then translucent qualities, cloudy qualities, clear moments as well. Just lovely. So you've got your black rutile quartz, followed by green onyx nuggets. Now, we had some green onyx on the show yesterday, which I thought was emerald. And do you know what? This is the same kind of quality. This is the kind of quality that every Zambian emerald wants to have. Zambian emerald is a natural variety of emerald which comes from Zambia, obviously. And it's green and it has undertones of blue, which is exactly what you're getting with this green onyx. Can you see that saturation of colour? It's amazing, isn't it? Moments of blue there. Those gorgeous secondary colours coming through. Now, you've got, with this, earring findings as well. These are lovely. You're going to be getting 925 sterling silver 3-loop hexagon earring connectors. Wow. I know, don't say that after you've had a couple of pints. This is amazing in the fact that you can use them for earring findings, but if you wanted to make maybe a 3-strand necklace go into a 1-strand necklace, or same with a bracelet, you could do that with this, couldn't you? Not necessarily just for earrings, but you are going to be getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these, so 3 pairs of your hexagon 3-loop earring connectors, or 6 individual ones, okay? They're 925 sterling silver. Really, really lovely. I haven't seen these before. They're really different, aren't they? Lovely. Nice and easy to suspend your gemstones from. And you're also going to be getting these, which are shepherd's hook earring findings. Now, if I just hold these up, you are going to be getting 5 pairs of 925 sterling silver earring findings. What I love so much about these is the fact that this little bit here is hammered, so we can put the 925 stamp on it, so you can see that it's precious metal. Small, but a really, really fantastic detail, I think, the 925 stamp there. We're so proud of precious metal in our findings. You're also going to be getting this spring, which actually moves up the earring along with the ball, so you can open this little ring on the bottom of the earring, attach your gemstones to it, then you can slide the bead down and the spring down, so it just covers that end there, so so it keeps the gemstones nice and safe and secure attached to the earring. 5 pairs of these and 6 individuals of your hexagon connectors as well as your 2 strands of gemstones. Now, these findings are all 925 sterling silver. Okay, they are all 925 sterling silver. That is amazing. They're all precious metal, which I have to say, on Jewellery Maker, we want to bring you as many precious metal findings as we can. They are very, very difficult for us to get because most people nowadays aren't going for precious metal. They're going for plated metals, just purely because precious metal prices over recent years have become very, very expensive. Not so much now. It seems to have settled down a little bit now, but certainly over the last few years they have changed dramatically. So, as well as all of your gemstones, So your rutile quartz, green onyx, and all of your earring connectors and findings, all in 925 sterling silver. This is your price today. Isn't that amazing? You've got earrings ready to make here. You've got precious metal qualities ready to use. And whether you use these earring findings with these gemstones is completely up to you. You can save them for something else, save them for a special gemstone. I was very, very strict about the precious metal findings that I used. I only use precious metal findings in my jewellery with pearls. Only use them with pearls. You may have a certain gemstone that you only want to use precious metal findings with. You may have a certain project which you're working on, or if you're making pieces for birthday presents or to sell to a specific client or for a wedding, you might only want to use precious metal findings. So you can save them. You don't have to use them with these gems if you don't want to. Like I say, bundling something together is all about making a saving for you. Okay, so you don't necessarily need to use all these together, but do get involved as quickly as you can. Your black rutile quartz there will go with anything. Your green onyx, the kind of colour and quality that every emerald wants to be. And then, of course, you've got all these gorgeous 95 sterling silver findings as well. Isn't that wonderful? Yeah, great deal there. Well done. It's not very often we get to bring you findings deals, so when we do, make the most of them because they're lovely. Lovely. Tell you what, we've got loads, haven't we? It's amazing. Amazing, isn't it? It's just incredible. Now, we've got a kit now called Chelsea Girl. Do you want to be a Chelsea Girl? A Chelsea Girl. Chelsea's a beautiful part of London, isn't it? It's really gorgeous. Chloe got a parking ticket there. That's your memory of Chelsea. Okay, fair enough. There's that programme, isn't there, Made in Chelsea, where everyone's very posh. You know, the kind of... Oh no, I'm really making mass generalisations now, and I don't want to make mass generalisations, that's not very kind. But kind of boys called Hugo and ladies called Jocasta. Tarquin and Jocasta. But there we go. Oh, a gilet, of ladies who wear gilets. A gilet. Anyway, you're generally talking a different class of people, aren't you? And it is a gorgeous, gorgeous part of London. Who put this kit together? Sheila! Linda! Lovely Linda. Do you reckon Linda's ever seen The Only Way is it The Only Way is Chelsea? Or is it Only Way is Essex? Made in Chelsea. Yeah, made in Chelsea. Little television I watch.
Howie.
Although I do watch Geordie Shores because it's hilarious. Geordie Shores. Foul language, very, very rude, but utterly hilarious as well. Geordie Shore? It's very, very funny indeed. Right, do you want to see what's in this kit? Now I've offended most of the UK. I'm very sorry if I have. It wasn't my intention. So here we go. Here we go. So lavender amethyst bicones. So beautiful, beautiful lavender amethyst bicones, just like the ones you got in the last kit actually. Ooh, nice. You're then going to be getting multicolour agate 4mm rounds. Oh, these are lovely. Love these colours. Ooh, gorgeous. You can almost imagine a gorgeous kind of pashmina in that kind of colour, can't you? Worn by a lovely Chelsea lady. Certainly because we're jealous. And then you get beautiful fluorite hearts. Look at these. Gorgeous. Loads and loads and loads of colour in here. Everything from your yellows to your greens and your purples. Lovely banding here. Isn't it amazing? This is a gem. This is a real chameleon gemstone, isn't it? It's beautiful fluorite. You what, darling? You're then going to be getting some useless information being fed to me by Laura there. You've then got pink colour coated quartz as well. Now, we had a strand of this on the show yesterday in faceted drops. It was an amazing hit. This strand is equally as beautiful. The colour is so soft, it's so delicate, and it's a perfect shade of pink to go for. If you want to go for pink, but you don't want a bright, bright, bright pink, you don't want a Barbie pink, you don't want a lipstick pink, you don't want a very, very girly pink, it's a very subtle pink. These colours look great together. Now, you're going to love the jewellery that Laura's made with this kit. You're going to be getting some extras with this. You're getting a threading pack, of course. You're also going to be getting ribbon. 5 meters of red ribbon, 5 meters of yellow ribbon, 5 meters of blue ribbon. So loads and loads and loads of your ribbon. Ring memory wire, although you don't need to use it for rings, as we'll see in just a couple of seconds. Bracelet memory wire. Woo! Necklace memory wire. There's tons here. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right. 1, 2, buckle my shoe, 3, 4, 5 handmade silver-plated copper beads. BEA, beautiful. 5 of these to make rings with, to be centerpieces. Oh my goodness, they're gorgeous. I've seen these being made. It's a 25-stage process to create each one of these beads. It's amazing. And you're also going to be getting your findings pack. This kit just goes on and on and on. 98 silver-plated copper findings. Now, this kit is giving you everything. It's giving you huge amounts. Not only are you getting 4 strands of gemstones, you're also getting your threading pack, 15 meters of ribbon, meters and meters and meters of your memory wire. And you're also going to be getting 5 handmade silver-plated copper beads and 98 findings. This kit, it just goes on and on and on and on and on. Do you want to see your deal today? You're going to love this. Here is your price today for this incredible kit. You're going to love this. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's amazing, isn't it? It's just awesome, awesome, awesome. Now, this kit is called Chelsea Girl, which kind of gives me an idea of what of maybe the kind of colours and the kind of qualities that you would see in a kit like this. Having said that, the jewellery that Laura has made, I think, well, it reminds me actually of a very famous music event which is happening this weekend, Glastonbury, because the jewellery that Laura has made from this kit, I think, has got that festival feel. It's beautiful. It's eclectic. It's a real mishmash of qualities, and I love it. Do you know what I mean, Laura? With a necklace like this, that just screams festival to me. I love it.
It wasn't meant to come out like that. It really wasn't.
It's beautiful.
I really liked how it came out, and I sort of was playing about, and I was going to do something completely different, and then I sort of did this and thought, oh, and just went along with it, and I actually really liked it, and I would wear that.
Yeah, so would I. It's got a real kind of festival, carnival, celebratory feel about it. It's a beautiful necklace. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's all the different textures, all the different shapes, all the different sizes, but it just works.
Yeah, it's got a bit of everything in it.
Yeah, it's a gorgeous, gorgeous piece. And that's because you've used the memory wire as links, which isn't necessarily what the ring memory wire is for, but you've got to think outside the box. Just because it's ring memory wire, bracelet memory wire, necklace memory wire, you don't have to use it as that. So beautiful, beautiful necklace here. We've got everything from hearts, to rounds, to hoops, to squares, to chain. Yeah. Lovely, lovely piece there. But it doesn't stop there, because the next piece I think is a lot more subtle with the colours, but it's still got that kind of celebration feel about it.
Yeah, it's quite fun. You can imagine wearing that to a christening or a wedding or something.
Definitely.
You know, something like that. A bit sort of makes you feel glamorous when you're wearing it as well, and it's really quite light, although it's really gem heavy.
Really, really gem heavy, yeah.
It's really light to wear because it's made with the necklace memory wire, but I just cut it in half.
And you've got this gorgeous clasp on the back called a senorita clasp, apparently.
Yeah.
Which is just gorgeous. Look at that. Isn't that lovely? Lovely clasp to have on that, including your findings pack. Yeah. Really, really beautiful. The necklace on the end here, you've used one gemstone. One gemstone. Isn't it beautiful?
Do you know, I'd made everything and I'd used everything up, and I literally had that one little silver bead left, and I thought, I don't want to waste it. What can I do with it? So I just played with it. And if you flip it over on the back, because it's only attached with a head pin, just on the back of there, if I can flip it over.
Yeah, go for it.
It's got just like a tiny loop, because originally I was going to attach. So that loop's there, and if you can go in on that.
Yeah, you can see that.
You
That's
could
nice.
then attach Because originally I was going to attach like some chain to a tassel or something. I wasn't, or a tassel from one of the gems. There was a pink tassel on there. So I thought, but then I just thought, actually, I just quite like it as it is.
I think it's gorgeous.
I thought it was simple.
Just shows you the pieces can be really, really gem heavy, or they can be really, really light on the gems. Yeah. Look at these earrings. I love these. They're gorgeous, Laura.
They're just made with the bracelet memory wire cut in half.
Wow. See that pair of earrings there could be for sale in a boutique on the King's Road. It really, really could be. They're so beautiful.
I think I would wear that. Again, I would wear those.
I'd wear those, definitely.
The little ones with the fluorite hearts.
Yeah.
They're just the ring memory wire again, just sort of made to sort of form a little frame. They just need to be readjusted, but you get the idea.
Gorgeous, gorgeous kit, isn't it? It's so pretty. Look at those.
And then you've got the cuff, which is 2 pieces of wire.
Yeah, look at this.
Of memory wire, held together with beads on head pins, just to make it stand up as a cuff.
Yeah, that's really pretty. Gorgeous colours. The bicone's being used really, really beautifully there as well. Stunning fluorite earrings as well. It just shows you this kit has got so much versatility. And what I think is so wonderful about it, it's just a celebratory feel about it. All the different shapes, all the different sizes and textures. I love it.
The thing is, I did this kit first because I thought, out of all of the kits, I mean, a bit like, you know, when Natalia says she sort of goes through them and thinks, right, what I'm going to save my favourite. I actually started with this one because I thought it's a bit different for me, all the memory wire and everything else. And actually it's turned out to be my favourite kit to work with out of all of them.
Gorgeous.
Because I really, really enjoyed sort of playing about with the different sort of textures and having all of that variety of memory wire. And I still have all the ribbon, you know, I haven't touched the ribbon just because I didn't really feel it needed it personally with what I'd made.
Yeah, but you could have added it on if, you know, it's one of those things.
You've got it there, and also, you know, could easily have wrap, if you were going to give something as a gift, just wrap it up and use it to finish it. So.
Yeah, definitely. It's a stunning kit, this one. You get so much memory wire, ribbon, 4 strands of gemstones, 98 findings. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous kit, this one. And it's a real celebration of gemstones and qualities. It's lovely, isn't it? $27.95 as well. What a price. It's awesome, isn't it? Gorgeous. Yeah. Right, I've got the coil cutting pliers over here. Now, this is something which is low in stock. Low in stock. Low in stock. Yes, it's low in stock. Low in stock. Because it's low in stock. Low in stock. Because it's a popular. Ha, ha, ha. Did you like that one? Thank you very much. I am going to pre-record some songs before I leave, so you can play them at any time. Yeah, maybe I won't. Can I what? Am I going to sing to the baby? Yes, of course I am. Why? They're all singing "Go to Sleep" in my ear. Go to sleep, because it's bedtime. Go to sleep, you're feeling sleepy. Go to sleep, your eyelids are feeling heavy. Ooh. Child's there just going. That was exactly what I was going to say. Ah! Who's this crazy lady? I'm your mother.
Oh, bless him.
Coil cutting pliers. Do you want them? We got them. We got them. Right, so jump ring coil cutting pliers. How fantastic is it to be able to make your own jump rings? Pretty amazing. There are lots and lots and lots of you out there, I know, who are crazy about your chainmail. And you love making your own findings when it comes to making pieces of jewellery. You love making your own jump rings. Now, what is the optimum wire gauge for making your own jump rings, Laura?
1 mil, personally,
1 mil.
because it's got that strength, but it's also easy to open and shut them. Because I don't know if you remember, but last time I was on, I did a whole necklace and earrings and bracelets out of chainmail, and I hand cut every single one.
Yes!
So
you stayed up till 2 o'clock in the morning. Cutting jump rings.
I was not a happy bumble. But it was totally worth it. But I wish I had one of them.
Yes, because you handmade them, didn't you?
I handmade them out of the pink wire.
You're bonkers.
I was.
I know Debbie Bulford uses these all the time. She is a guest designer who we have on the show, who is one of our chainmail experts. This is brilliant. This allows you to coil wire, and in fact I can show you a picture. There you are. It comes with instructions, it comes with destructions. You make your own coil, okay? You make your own coil, which fits in here with your wire, okay? Then, as your wire coil sits in here, you get your saw, which I think is available on our website, and you cut down through the slit in the pliers, and this is what gives you saw cut jump rings. Okay, does come with instructions. It says it holds wire coils with 4.5 to 9mm outer diameter, stainless steel with PVC grips, and you also get your instructions on the back, and it turns your wire coils into perfect jump rings. Now, when you do your chainmail, always, if you can, use saw cut jump rings. Why? Okay, very, very quickly. If you use your saw cut jump rings, then you know you've got a straight line cutting through the jump ring. If you use cut jump rings, then you have an angle, because all cutters give you kind of like an angular cut on them. You need to have that straight saw cut quality to make your own jump rings and to make your own chainmail. We're going to have to bring a price on screen because these are selling so quickly. Today, your very own coil cutting pliers. This is your price. Amazing. Now, Laura, how long did it take you to make that necklace with where you made all your own jump rings?
It took me a day.
A day,
it did
right.
Take me, it literally took me a day to make a necklace, a bracelet and a pair of earrings.
Okay. If you'd have had this tool, how much time do you think it would have saved you?
It would have halved my time, because I was...
Seriously?
Yeah, I was literally, because I used a gizmo, because I showed, didn't I?
Yeah.
I used a gizmo to make the actual coil.
Yeah.
And then I was using my flush cutters and literally rotating
turning
every
them.
time
Yeah, I remember.
to get that saw cut effect, because that's the only way that ideally, apart from that you can do it. And that's where you lose the time, and also your wrist as well.
Yeah, I bet.
Because you're constantly just going like this with your hand and just cut, and you can't afford to put them down and forget what you cut it on, sort of what side you cut on, because then you lose your sort of pattern. And yeah, so I was doing it in batches, and then I'd make a few links, and I'd need to cut more. So
you reckon it would have saved you? You would have been able to make those pieces in about half the time.
Yeah, because I would have just been able to make my coil and then just cut straight through it. That's how much time is that going to save?
Loads. Oh my goodness me, Laura. It's amazing, isn't it? It's just incredible. So this can save you maybe up to 50% of your time when you're making your own jump rings. It is amazing. And of course, these come with instructions as well. So if you are getting them for somebody who hasn't seen this on today's show, then it comes with instructions, so you'll be able to instruct them. That is just gorgeous. Well done. £14.95 for your coil cutting pliers. Well done. Get to the phone lines quickly. Check out your baskets, because this is going to sell out. What a fantastic tool. Isn't that amazing? Right, now, let's go and see some of your... Oh, sorry, Livy. So, under £15, a fantastic deal for you today. Don't forget, you still got your 30-day money-back guarantee. And if you want to get these home and use that 30-day money-back guarantee, and you want to be able to see if you can get a better deal elsewhere, do it. But you've got to have them in the first place to do that, to use that 30-day money-back guarantee. So, fantastic opportunity there for you. Lots of you on the phone lines at the minute. There is a queue on the phone lines. There has been for most of the day, just purely because we've had so many amazing things on today's show. But it is a free phone number from a BT landline, and you're still going to get that 30-day money-back guarantee. So add as much as you can to your order when your call is answered. Make the most of that phone call. Now, let's go and see the final few entries into today's Wall of Fame. We'll see you over there. Ooh, someone's feeling very blue. Bit of blue. So number 413 here. This is gorgeous. Sent in by Karina, who says, here's my Blue Lagoon collection. Shell pearls, lapis lazuli, turquoise coloured chips. I was making a birthday present and got a little carried away. I bet you did. And that's from Karina. Isn't that gorgeous, Laura?
That's stunning. I love blue. It's one of my favourite colours. So I just
there's
think that's
every
gorgeous.
conceivable shade of blue in there. Isn't that beautiful?
Stunning.
Yeah, gorgeous. Thank you so much, Karina. That's amazing. I'd like to see your your red collection as well, please, next time.
No pressure. This is number 411. And it says, Dear presenters, this is my entry for this week's Wall of Fame. This piece was made with wire that I beat and shaped and a tassel and agate and cord all from you. It has, in fact, been sold to an American lady and is going to New York with some other pieces.
Whoa!
Yay! Sorry, a bit childish, but rather exciting for me.
That's amazing.
I wish I could win the draw just once and buy loads of gems, and so I will keep trying. So in the meantime, love to you all and good luck to everyone else. Have a happy week, Charlotte from London.
Oh, Charlotte's jewellery's going to New York.
That's amazing. That's really cool.
That's amazing.
It's an amazing piece as well.
It's really lovely. Thank you so much for that, Charlotte. That's gorgeous. Number 414, more wire work. See, this is what I mean. Loads of wire work. Sent in by Dina, who's from Essex, who says, please find attached the photo of spiral earrings made from 1mm gauge turquoise wire from Jewellery Maker. Going to Miss Carolyn Gherkin. Oh, lovely, lovely, Dina. I will be back, I promise. Yeah, it's gorgeous. So, beautiful quality earrings here. Again, made with wire. It's amazing, and there's so much wire. So much wire on today's show. It's brilliant. Well done to you, Dina, and best of luck.
Okay, and we have number 412, and again, there's more wire. And it says, hi all at JM, this is my entry for the Wall of Fame. 2 necklaces and earrings made using the excuse me.
That's all right. Macomb
Garnet technique. The clay, wire finders and black agate are all from JM with spaces from my stash. I love all kinds of jewellery making, but I think Debbie is brilliant. More of her, please. Best wishes and regards from Wendy in South Wales. And that's stunning.
Thanks, Wendy.
Oh, I'm covering that, the pendant. I love the pendant.
Some more beautiful Macomb Garnet there. Some more polymer clay. It's lovely, isn't it? It's really, really fantastic. And I've got the final one here, number 415, more wire! This is a lovely bracelet made with fluorite, similar to actually the fluorite we bought you today, from Paula. Hi everybody, after seeing the lovely charm bracelet on the Wall of Fame entry, I was inspired to finish the one I started a few months ago. I went through various stages of trying different looping and wrapping techniques to attach the head pins, but it's finally finished. It's a bit like the way your heart moves through various seasons in life. Oh, that's so poetic! Aww. Oh, so I'm okay with not being a perfect in technical way, but it makes it more organic. Oh, Paula, you're lovely. Everyone just went, oh. I've used a whole strand of JM fluorite hearts as well as some 4mm rounds and love all the colours and striations in the gemstones. Thank you from Paula in Essex. Paula, that's gorgeous. And a beautiful poetic email there. The various stages your hearts go through. Fantastic. Please don't go anywhere. Coming up in a couple of seconds, chrome topside.
The Jewellery Maker Wall of Fame is where you get to showcase your skills as a jewellery designer. And each week, one lucky entrant will win £100 credited to their Jewellery Maker account, and the runner-up receives £50. If you want to enter your design, just send a photo to studio@jewellerymaker.com, or you can post your photos to Wall of Fame, The Genuine Gemstone Company, Unit 2D, Eagle Road, Moonsmoat, Redditch, B989HF.
You can watch Jewellery Maker live every day from 9 till 1 on Sky 655, Virgin 756, Freesat 807 and now Freeview Channel 30.
Join guest designer Laura Binding on our intermediate wirework course. The aim of the course is to enhance your wirework skills and take your designs to the next level. You will learn more advanced weaving and binding techniques which you can incorporate into your jewellery. The full course includes a selection of gauges of wire, a generous scoop of mixed gemstones, a copy of the Wirework Tutorial DVD Edition 3, a buffet-style lunch and refreshments, a tour of the studios and chance to meet the presenters, and a visit to our Gemstone Museum. All of this for just £79.95. To book your place, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655. Jewellery Maker, bringing out the designer in you.
A big hello from everyone here in Jaipur. Namaste.
Add to your collection with our Wirework DVD, which is full of hints, tips and step-by-step instructions for all levels. Join guest designer Laura Binding as she takes you through how to create the Tree of Life, the herringbone weave and many more. To get your hands on a copy, phone our call centre on 0800 644 655. Jewellery Maker, bringing out the designer in you.
Oh, do you know what? Bringing you gemstones like this is such a joy. It's such a privilege. It's wonderful because it gives me the opportunity as a gem lover, as a gem collector, to be able to really indulge in what I love most, and that is the natural quality that gemstones can bring you. And this is one of the top gemstones across the Genuine Gemstone Company. Loved by presenters, producers, guest designers, the founders of the Genuine Gemstone Company, Steve and Sarah Bennett, Paula Bennett, Matt Bennett, the Bennett family basically. It is a gemstone which is very, very close to their hearts as well. But it's a very, very difficult gemstone for us to get hold of. Extremely difficult. There are gems in the world which are very, very popular. There are gemstones like the Big Four, or the Big Five now, really, as tanzanite's been added to it. You've got ruby, emerald, sapphire, diamonds, and tanzanite, which are mentioned as the Big Five. Those gemstones are very, very popular. They're very, very coveted, and they can be very, very high-end indeed. But this gemstone not only is going to give you a natural quality, it's giving you such unbelievable rarity. This natural Russian dioxide comes all the way from Russia, close to the Ural Mountains, the kind of Siberian part of Russia, which is extremely cold. You think about the coldest temperatures you've ever experienced. I've experienced -27 before, which is really, really cold. We're talking even colder than that. And for many months of the year, this gemstone can't actually be mined because the ground is far too hard, it's far too cold to actually get to the gemstone. And to actually get to and from the mine is far, far, far too treacherous. Now, that doesn't stop small teams of artisanal miners travelling to the Ural Mountains year after year after year to try and find this gemstone. But since about 2008, less and less miners are going to mine for this gemstone year after year because there's less of it about. So demand for this gemstone is going up. This is the actual mine, which is only open for actually 12 weeks of the year in Russia. You can understand just by looking at the environment how difficult it is to get to the mine, to find this gemstone. Now, once this gemstone is mined, once the small deposits are found in the host rock, and this is how they look in the host rock, unfaceted of course, but this is the colour that they are in the host rock. There's nothing that's been done to this gemstone. It's totally natural. It's this green in the host rock. In fact, here is the host rock, and you can see the Russian dioxide in there. You can see the chrome dioxide in there, can't you? Imagine how difficult that is to mine. Once it is mined, and chunks like this have been mined, those chunks are then taken to cutting houses, and the nearest cutting houses to Russia tend to be in places like China. Before the gemstone is even faceted and set into jewellery, the majority of times it's actually bought by Chinese jewellery manufacturers and jewellery manufacturers from the Far East. It's bought even before it leaves the cutting house. Now, that makes it even more difficult for us to find, as we don't tend to deal with lots and lots of cutting houses over in the Far East. We tend to deal with our own cutting houses in places like Jaipur. So there's so much going against us to actually source this gemstone. And a gemstone that we used to create maybe 100 pieces of a design out of, now out of this gemstone, the Genuine Gemstone Company on our sister channels, you might find 20 pieces designed. Maybe 15, because there's so much less of this gemstone about. This is the gem that every emerald wants to be, that every green gemstone wants to be. Totally natural, massively rare. And today this hand-faceted strand is yours. Have a look at your price. Unbelievable. 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 There is so little of this gemstone about nowadays. There is so little for us to get hold of in Jewellery Maker. So for us to be able to get hold of chrome dioxide of this quality with this colour, and it's got clarity. This isn't what I would describe as bead quality chrome dioxide at all. No way, Jose. This is what I would describe as bordering on gemstone quality. The kind of quality that, do you know what? I'd consider setting that into silver. I'd certainly consider setting that into 9-carat yellow gold. No questions asked. Today it's yours, and we've gone under £20. I mean, look how much further below £20 we've actually gone. It's amazing, isn't it? It really is tremendous. Now, this is very, 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 very seldom seen on Jewellery Maker. When you do see it, make the most of it, because it is a gemstone that you may have the chance to come in and get just a few times a year on Jewellery Maker. This is not something that we bring you strands and strands and strands of. This isn't like a strand of, oh, I don't know, coffee agate that we can bring you, you know, every day of the week if we wanted to. This is something which is truly rare. There's genuinely less of this gemstone about now than there was just a few years ago. And today we are bringing you a huge carat weight. And if you just count just 10 of these gemstones, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, that there, less than, I mean, that is 10 gemstones there. How many more gemstones are you getting on this strand? Look at them all. Incredible. Earrings, bracelets, necklaces. You are literally getting the gemstone. That you're getting the kind of colour and quality that the vast majority of emerald wants to be. Everyone's heard of emerald. Far, far fewer people have heard of Russian dioxide. Far, far fewer people. It's amazing. I absolutely adore this gemstone. I think the history of this gemstone, the story behind it is almost as interesting and as beautiful as the gemstone itself. But get it now, because I can't guarantee that if I'm sitting here in 5 years' time on Jewellery Maker, I can't guarantee that I'm going to be able to bring you chrome dioxide. I can't guarantee I'm going to be able to bring you chrome dioxide at this kind of a price. It's amazing, isn't it? And if you consider just how much fewer pieces there are here at the Genuine Gemstone Company, it's a great indication of just how little of this gemstone there is about. It's wonderful, isn't it? Well done. Now, there is quite a big queue on the phone lines at the minute. Again, you know, we're very, 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 very busy today. Please do hold those lines. If you're waiting in the queue, it is a free phone number from a BT landline. You have got a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you do want to get 2 or 3 strands of these, I know it's slightly more considered, but if you do want to get 2 or 3 strands of these, because they are all natural, they are all going to be different, get them home, decide which one you want to keep, send the others back. By all means, you're more than welcome to do that if you want to do that. It's amazing, isn't it? Gorgeous. Right, now, coming up, we got sapphire. Wow. It's amazing, isn't it? From one amazingly rare gemstone to another. Beautiful, gorgeous fancy sapphire strand coming up within the next 45 minutes. It's amazing. But before then, we've kind of reached the crescendo now. We've reached the main event. Now, there are over 13,000 people on our Facebook page, on our Jewellery Maker Facebook page. I don't have quite that many on my Facebook page, on my presenter page. 13. I've got more than 13, thank you very much. I've got about 1,600 people on my Facebook page.
70 something.
I do. Thank you very much. Maybe, but the only reason for that, I think, is because every day I post pictures of dogs with their heads out of car windows or dogs in costumes. My favourite one is on my page today. It's a dog in a Yoda outfit. It's just hilarious. Yesterday's was a dog in a Superman outfit. I mean, everyone loves a dog in a costume, don't they, really? I think that's probably why I've got quite a few followers. But if you want to follow me on my Facebook page, if you do want to like it, go for it. If you're up for a bit of a laugh at the expense of dogs, not in a horrible, cruel way, because they're my favourite animals. I love them, and I've got a dog. But anyway, if you do, it's Carol Roach, by the way. Anyway, one of the biggest. Did you take my mic out? She's so horrible, isn't she? If you look on our Facebook page and you listen and learn about all the kind of wire working tools which are very, very popular across Jewellery Maker, you will have heard this tool mentioned more times than I've had hot dinners over the last few months. I am, of course, talking about the wire worker tool. This is amazing. This is the hottest wire worker tool to have been released since the wire work gizmo, which we released, goodness me, 2.5, maybe 3 years ago. What this does is it gives you a selection of mandrels, 5 different mandrels, which give you the chance to make round wire work pieces, triangular wire work pieces, square wire work pieces, and rectangular wire work pieces as well. It is a good job I know my shapes, isn't it? I paid attention in shape class. Oh, there are 6. Did I say 5?
You don't know your numbers.
There are 6, sorry. 6! So, you're going to be getting loads of different shaped mandrels. Now, this does come at... Thanks, Ollie. You're meant to be a team member. You're meant to be kind of, helping me, supporting me. Do you know what? Stuff you. Stuff you. Right. I'll show you what it's got. We'll bring the price on, and I'll just shut up, and we'll go over and see Laura and see a demo. Here are your instructions on the back. Here's your price. Come in and get it. Right, there we go. There you are. Square, got your rounds. I hate my team. Do you know what? You're going to miss me. You're going to miss me when I go and have gherkin. You're going to miss me. Here are all your mandrels. Well, how do you use this? Well, you've got this little device here, this little spinny device. Should we go and see Laura and see actually how you use it?
Okay.
Well, I don't know what it's called. Like a
spinny device.
It is a spinny device. It's like a top. I don't know. Should we go and see? I feel a bit deflated after all that. Not because of the wire worker tool. It's because the team pointing out the error of my ways.
Sorry.
Okay.
No, you just go for it, Laura.
Are you still sulking?
You just go for it.
Okay, cool.
It's fine.
Right. You've got a proper little scruffy teenager face, haven't you?
I'm a really ugly crier as well. It's not good. Ugly crier alert! Laura,
right.
How much do you love this tool?
It's brilliant. Sorry, I'm just getting over the ugly crier thing.
I am an ugly crier.
What's really good about it is obviously you've got all these different shapes, so you can create different shapes and textures. So you've got, what did you refer to this as? The twirly thing?
Spinny device.
Spinny device.
You just called it twirly, a twirly thing.
Twirly thing, spinny device.
It's like a handle.
It's a handle. So basically all of the rods have got little connections, so you can just pop it on there and just attach it, and then it's interchangeable, okay?
Yeah.
So that's what it's for. So basically you can choose whichever one that you want. So obviously you've got your standard, gizmo ones.
Yeah.
You've got the round plastic one, you've got the triangle, you've got the square, and sort of like the paddle kind of one. So I'm going to do the square for something a bit different.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just going to use 0.6 wire, just because I've got it here. Okay.
Along with all the other wire that you've got.
Still got my...
What's it? Accumulating wire. I don't know where she's getting it from. Stealing it.
I'm a hoarder. Right. Okay, and what you'll see on the twirly thing or spinny jig thing.
The handle.
The handle is 2 little holes. Okay, and they're for actually putting the wire through. So you just pop the wire through.
Oh, that goes through easily. Brilliant.
Right, and you can get quite a few gauges in there. You probably get up to 1 mil. I don't know if you'd get 1.25.
But definitely up
but
to 1 mil.
Definitely up to 1 mil.
Brilliant.
Okay, and what I'm going to do is just wrap it around there just to secure it, okay?
Yeah.
And then I've gone through this way, so I've got the wire on the same side as the rod.
Okie dokie, yeah.
And then you just literally holding it nice and tight, keeping the wire on the reel.
Mm-hmm.
You just literally use your hand and just twirl it.
Oh!
I'm trying to do this in a way that you can see, so it's not the most easiest of ways, but basically, so you're just going to do it like that and just twirl it round. And you can push it up and...
Oh, that's awesome!
Yep, and just get it so that you're comfortable, and then just spin it. And that's basically all you do, and that's how it is. It's exactly the same as a gizmo, but you're actually sort of using the handle itself to create it, and then obviously push it nice and...
So you can get them really nice and tight, can't you?
Yes, so there you can see I've just pushed that right up.
Yeah!
And then you just basically just keep going. Obviously, if I was using a round one, this would be a lot nicer looking. It's harder because it's a different shaped one.
No, but it's great that you're using the different shapes.
And what I'm doing is actually using my finger to kind of mould it. So I'm actually using my finger to sort of keep it nice and tight against the rod as well.
And that's great because you can actually feel the tension of the wire, can't you? You can feel how tightly or loosely you're wrapping the wire around the mandrel.
Yeah, and then all you do is take it off, undo that, and you watch it won't come off now. Because I've wrapped it on so tight. But it will come off, but clearly not while I'm trying to show it on air.
Off.
And you can just slide it off. It's not going to come off because I've wrapped it really tight.
Oh, Laura, what have you done?
I've wrapped it really tight.
Right, where's the trapdoor? Open the trapdoor.
This is a lesson for you guys to learn. Don't do what I've just done.
I love it!
And don't wrap it really tight. Wrap it looser.
You're on your own. You're on your own.
Wrap it looser, and what you can do is if you just continue, and then you can just cut off where you went a bit wrong.
I love
and then
that.
when it's looser, you can just slide it off. But there you go, and it gives it that kind of twisted look.
Yeah, but that's
awesome. If you look at it, I don't know if you can see it from that angle, because that's quite cool. You can really see how it kind of goes like a twisted effect.
And you could slot gemstones in there, you could thread gemstones through there and have them encased in the gems. It's a lovely, lovely way of creating just springs and different shapes. It's lovely, isn't it? It's a fantastic mandrel to be able to use.
Yeah.
So you've got your rounds, you've got your kind of your paddle
kind of like
shape.
a paddle kind of shape.
Yeah.
Triangles, and as you can see, although that was a square, it's not done like a square coil in effect.
No, it hasn't.
Kind of twists as it goes along, so it just gives a bit of texture as well.
I like
you know?
that.
And I did a necklace in the first kit where I just did a coil, larger coil, and just sprung it out and put gemstones in the middle of it. I think it's disappeared.
Yeah, it's disappeared to be photographed.
But it's you'll see it'll be photographed later, and that's basically what I started. So it's giving that kind of loose coil effect, and you can pull it out like this, so you can get sort of really play about with it.
That looks awesome. I love that. And again, similarly to the jig, it's giving you that uniform shape. So although you're getting something which looks really organic and looks like you've made it by hand, in actual fact, well, you have made it by hand, but you've used a template, so you get that uniform shape. So it's a lot easier, a lot more fun, and it's going to save you a lot of time as well. This is what all these tools are about. That's a great price as well.
Yeah, it's a brilliant price, and like you say, and it's also good to have portable as well, because a lot of time when you have the normal gizmo, you've got obviously the little clamp, and then you've got a sort of, with this you've got it all in one little packet. Just put it in a little bag, you know, it's there. You can do it anyway because you've got the standard gizmo rods as well. So
yeah, fantastic.
You know, you've got all of it there, and it's just fun to experiment sometimes, I think, and have a little play about and see what you can sort of come up with.
That's gorgeous.
So yeah, that's pretty much it.
Thank you, Lovey. And that was brilliant. It was good. It was good to see it go wrong. Slightly not to plan. Didn't go wrong.
Don't wrap it too tight. There you go.
There you go. Fantastic.
I learned that error for you.
Thank you, Laura. I think we should open the trap door. What do you reckon? Open the trap door. One more chance. One more chance. Then the trap door will open. To be fair, I did that the first time I ever used a gizmo. I wrapped the wire around the gizmo way too tightly. Couldn't get it off. Wondered why, and that was why. But anyway, right. Who's on the security gate today in the car park? Do we know? Tony. Oh, I love Tony. Is it Tony? I don't know. It's Tony. Tony's brilliant. If it's Tony or if it's Dangerous Dave, you know what? You know you're in safe hands. They are awesome. Anyway, Dangerous Dave, he is dangerous. He's awesome. He smokes a pipe. I don't know why he's dangerous, but we've always called him Dangerous Dave. He's lovely. Anyway, I think we should potentially get the security guards in here. This is going to cause meltdown on the phones. Meltdown on the phones. What happens when we bundle things together? That's my bundling gesture. You get an amazing deal. You get something which you can stash, something which you can stockpile, and you get something which is going to be extremely versatile. Now, What are the gauges of wire? What are the spools of wire that we order most, that our buying team order most? Well, silver-plated and gold-plated wires, and the rose gold coloured wire, yeah, and the antique bronze, yeah, absolutely. Gauge of wire. What gauge of wire have you heard Laura mention more than pretty much any other gauge of wire today? What gauge of wire has been used more on the Wall of Fame for the turquoise earrings, the turquoise swirly earrings that we saw earlier on, for the frame for that beautiful copper and blue coloured bangle? What has been used for the frame on this particular pendant of Laura's? What gauge of wire do you see used more than any other gauge of wire? 1 mil. Oh my word. Jewellery Maker branded. I love this. I love this Jewellery Maker branding, don't you? It's awesome. It's brilliant. I love branding. Anything which is branded just makes you feel like part of the club, doesn't it? I love it. It does. I mean, I'm not going to lie to you. We've had lots and lots of wire in the past, and most of it has come from places like China. And I'd much rather have a Jewellery Maker branded sticker on it than Chinese writing, which I can't read. This is just awesome. It's just lovely to have that bit of branding, isn't it? Anyway, branding to one side. Let's talk about what you're getting. 100 metres of gold-plated copper wire, 1 millimetre in gauge. 100 metres of silver plated copper wire, 1 millimetre in gauge. Right. This is gonna go. This is gonna sell out. This is one of the last wire work bundles we're actually gonna get the chance to bring you today. May get the chance to bring some individual spools, but if you want to stockpile wire, this is the one to go for. Right. Today, your deal for this wire is something which, do you know what? Having these two spools of wire in stock at the same time, it's got to be more than coincidence. That is amazing, isn't it? Because these are two spools of wire which you almost never see in the same room at the same time. You definitely don't see them bundled together. Today, your 200 metre spools are yours. Have a look at your price point. I think this is one of the first opportunities I've had to be able to bring you both of these spools of wire at the same time. Think about how many jump rings you can create out of these. Think about how many tiara bands you can create out of these. Think about how many bangles, how many fascinators, how many pieces you can create using 100 metres of silver-plated 1 mil gauge wire and 100 metres of 1 mil gauge gold-plated copper wire. It is just incredible. What a treat. Laura, this must be like a dream for you.
Well, it is, but I'm not going to be able to get any. So
sorry, Laura.
I actually may have a little moment about that because I actually really do need 1 mil gold-plated wire.
Well, there you go. Why? What do you need 1 mil gauge wire for at the minute?
Because I haven't got any, and I want to make gold versions of my pendants. So I've got the silver, but I would get this bundle because I use so much of it.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
it'd be perfect. But I would love to make a gold version of that, and I need the 1 mil gold-plated wire. And gold-plated wire is harder to get hold of, and it's actually more expensive. It tends to be more expensive than the silver plate as well, I find. So it's something that when you can get on offer like this is essential. You know, and we had that starter bundle at the beginning with a 0.25 wire and a 0.4 wire.
Exactly.
So I'm not really very happy.
Sorry, love.
But it's definitely, you need it.
It's brilliant, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is great.
It is
now,
good.
you might be at home and you might be thinking, hang on a minute, if I come in and get these wires, they're going to be very heavy. Yeah, they are very heavy spools of wire. You're not going to be penalised for coming in to get this, by the way. You're still only paying £2.95 P&P per order. No matter how heavy your parcel is, no matter how many kits and strands you add to your order, I'm looking at this wall of jewellery, and we've got 6, 7, 9 pieces of jewellery on this on display at the minute. Of the 9 pieces of jewellery I can see on there, 8 of them are using wire. If I just go over to the wall, you can have a quick look. You've got This necklace here, which is using your 0.25. This one here, which is using 1mm gauge. Independent on the bottom. That's one Karen Crawford made. You can see the 1mm gauge wire there. The one just next to it over here, using 1mm gauge wire here. Laura made this one, 1mm gauge wire here. You can see this one at the bottom here, which Karen made 2 weeks ago, 1mm gauge wire again. You can see how useful it is. Look at how useful, how structured it is. This beautiful gizmo necklace here, which Rachel made, 1mm gauge wire again. It's amazing, isn't it? That one hasn't got any wire in. These have wire in. The structured bit here, the frame, 1mm gauge wire. This one here is probably using thinner gauge wire here. The frame around these leaves here, 1mm gauge wire. So you see, you get the picture. This wire, 1mm gauge wire, can be used in so many different ways, whether it's in structure pieces, whether it's twisting, whether it's gizmoing, whether it's bangles, tiaras. This is why these are our biggest selling spools of wire. This is why we sell out of wire quicker than anything else on Jewellery Maker. This is why we're ordering it day after day after day. And this is why you very rarely see gold-plated and silver-plated wire in the room at the same time, because one of them is almost always sold out. So this opportunity here to come and get them both for under £55, yes, it is more considered, but you're getting 200 metres of wire. You'd be able to make all those pieces on that wall over there, probably 3 or 4 or 5 times over, using these gauges of wire, using these spools of wire here. It's a huge, huge, fantastic opportunity for you today. Make the most of it. You've got your 30-day money-back guarantee. If you want to stock up on these, go for it. If you want to add, the cord cutters to your order, because there's still some of those left, to make your own jump rings, because this is the gauge of wire that Laura uses to make her own jump rings, then go for it. If you're a massive chainmail fan and we can't bring you enough jump rings on Jewellery Maker because they always sell out. And there are so many of you who are into your chainmail, we can't bring you enough jump rings. So why not get your own cord cutter pliers, this gauge of wire. You can make your own jump rings. You can make thousands of pieces of chainmail jewellery using these spools of wire. Make your own jump rings. It's quick, it's simple, and easy. It's easy to do. If you get your cord cutter pliers, which are at the bottom of the screen there, for $14.95, and get the saw as well, which might be on our website. If not, you'll be able to get it from another craft shop somewhere. Fantastic. Make your own jump rings. You know, then things which are out of stock all the time, such as jump rings, because we just simply can't keep up with demand, you can make your own. Wonderful, well done. What a fantastic deal for you today, well done. And you're still going to get your 30-day money-back guarantee. Yes, it is more considered, but you're getting 200 metres of wire. And it is our most popular, these are our most popular spools.
It's essential, isn't it? And it's the colours as well, I think. Everybody knows, recognises and feels comfortable with gold and silver. I mean, since I've started guest designing, I've experimented more with the colours, and I've really loved working with colours now. But before that, I only ever used to work with gold and silver.
They are essentials.
Because they're essential, and people know it and they're familiar with it. So it's something people are comfortable with.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So that's, to me, why it's perfect, and that's why I want the gold.
Use it as a base, use it as a base colour, use it as a base wire. Then anything else you want to add on to this, any other colours, you can either do it by gemstones or do it with wire. Do whatever you want, but these are your essentials. This is your bread and butter. This is absolutely the basis of all of your structured pieces. Amazing, well done. What a treat for you today. There is still a queue on the phone lines at the minute. We are working our way through it. I'm ever so sorry you're waiting in queues today, but you know, with all this wire, with all these tools, you know, it is going to be a busy show. It is a free phone number at the bottom of your screen there. Do make sure you hold those lines. A fantastic deal for you today for all this wire. Gorgeous. Right, now, brand new strand. I'm going to have a sip of water, sip of hot water. This is off, oh goodness me, this is a bit, it's a lovely cup of hot water. See, I really like drinking hot water. Sometimes when you have hot water, it tastes of washing up liquid. Not very nice at all, or bleach, worse still. That's lovely. I think being pregnant, you have your teen wolf senses about you though, don't you? There's smell and taste and things like that. Anyway, right, from one amazing deal to another. Now, sapphire. Wow. Just take that in. Just look at that colour. This is gems of distinction. Hand faceted, hand drilled. We can bring you gems of distinction really in pretty much any gemstone, which is wonderful. But isn't it impressive when you see a gems of distinction strand featuring one of the big four gemstones, probably the four most coveted gems in the world? Ruby, emerald, diamonds, sapphire. Sapphire comes in a whole range of colours. It comes in pretty much every colour of the rainbow, and anything which isn't blue sapphire is described as fancy sapphire. That's what you're getting. A strand of fancy sapphire, graduated, hand faceted, hand threaded rondelles. Sapphire is a gemstone which throughout the world is loved and respected. You have certain gemstones which, I don't know, like diamonds. Diamonds are well respected, definitely in the Western world. Over in the Far East, not so much. Jade in the Far East is very, very popular, very, very well respected. And over in the Western world, not so much. But with sapphire, it is world renowned. It is a world-class gemstone. So the lapidarists who have been used and employed to facet these gemstones are fully aware of what they're faceting. They know that they're faceting sapphire. A sapphire will react differently to lapidary than a citrine or a pyrite or a chrome diopside. They're all very different gems, and you have to know how to facet them, how to treat them, how they're going to react to certain faceting forms. So the lapidarist who has sat down and faceted these sapphires is fully aware that they are faceting one of the biggest gems in the world. Possibly the most desirable colour of sapphire, and don't just take my word for it. Come September, which is sapphire is September's birthstone. Come September, have a look round your local jewellers. And I don't mean your average kind of bog standard high street jewellers. I mean, you can do if you want, but definitely have a look at your higher end jewellers. What kind of sapphires are in the window? Bearing in mind, sapphire comes in pretty much every colour. You will definitely see your blue sapphires. You will almost definitely, well, if it's a very, very, very high end jeweller, you might see your Papradasha sapphires, maybe your violet sapphires, but you will hopefully see some pink sapphires as well. This is a world class gemstone. And it's my pleasure to be able to bring it to you today. World renowned, world class, loved by millions of people. Pink sapphire is hot. And it's been hot for many, many years. It will continue to be hot for many, many years. Pink is an everlasting, it's an endearing colour, it's a beautiful tone. And with pink sapphires, I'm sure you can see with this strand, you are getting so many different shades and varieties of it. Now, you're also going to be getting whites in here. You're also going to be getting subtle shades of yellow, almost subtle shades of green as well, which is really, really interesting. Beautiful pastel-y shades as well as those hot pinks. You are getting a gems of distinction strands here of, goodness me, what many people consider to be the most desirable form of sapphire in the world, pink sapphire. Do you want to see a price? Because it's amazing. It's incredible. Get it. Add it to your order. This is a sapphire which everyone is talking about. Here's your price. It's amazing. Just incredible. Just amazing. This is the sapphire which everybody talks about, which everybody wants. And it is one of the only colours of sapphire that throughout the world people universally love. It's amazing. It's gorgeous, isn't it? Do you remember when Christian Louboutin first made those beautiful shoes, the black painted shoes with the red soles? All the celebrities wear them now. But do you remember when they first came out? Everyone was talking about them. Everyone was talking about that, particular designer. And now all the celebrities are wearing them. Pink sapphire has the same kind of effect. It's a genuine gemstone which everybody has been talking about for so long. Now it's your chance to own it. Now it's your chance to own such a beautiful variety of sapphire. It's gorgeous, isn't it? So beautiful. Well done. A tremendous strand of gemstones for you today. Something which I think has got real inherent qualities about it. Something which I would love to pass down from generation to generation. And with the wire deals that we've offered you today, with the 0.25, the 0.4, the early bird, do you remember the early bird? With all those different gauges of wire? you could thread and you could bind those, you could use those wires to bind these gemstones onto your 1mm gauge wire deal that we just bought you for $54.95. So you can use these kind of gemstone qualities with your thicker gauges of wire. You just have to be a little bit more inventive about it. But as we're going to see with the pendant, which Laura is working on at the moment, as part of her challenge, she's using loads and loads of different gauges of wire. And imagine being able to make a sapphire pendant. Imagine if these pendants here, which Laura's painstakingly made, included sapphire. That's obviously going to increase the amount of money you're going to be able to sell that piece of jewellery on for, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely, because you've got that higher end gemstone.
Of course.
But, you know, I think it's just such a recognised stone, and a lot of people do birthstone jewellery,
of course, yeah.
And I know that, I mean, even for me, if someone says, can you do something, and it is something like sapphire, you then have to look for the alternative.
Of course
because
you do, yeah.
You think sapphire, it's, you know, it's not something you're going to have, so you find the cheaper alternative.
It's rare, it's expensive,
So to be able to say, yeah, I've got sapphire, you know, and I mean, I did a birthday bracelet for my friend, who it's her birthday in May, and hers was emerald.
Emerald.
So I put a little, she loves cupcakes, so I put a little handmade cupcake lampwork bead on it. But then I put some of the emerald gems of distinction just on a little head pin as a dangle. Her partner is, her fiancé is from in June, so I used moonstone. Moonstone ones on the other side, and then I used a pearl, and then I used a green coloured pearl on the other side because of the colours. And I just made that as a simple sterling silver charm bracelet.
I bet she was over the moon with that.
And it was just nice. It was simple. It was on a simple chain, all sterling silver, and she loved it. So
that's awesome.
That's just to go to show how simple you and how far. It was like 4 on a head pin. Yeah. And I could have made like a little pair of earrings or something, you know. So you can really go to town. You could really put it in something like a pendant like that, or you could just keep it really simple and do something like that.
Yeah. Isn't that fantastic? Yeah, I'd never even thought of that. Making your own birthstone jewellery. Very, very few people who are born in September will own a piece of sapphire jewellery. You can now do that. Amazing! Right, what's happening now, love? Ah, yeah! Corner drilled cubes, corner drilled cubes. It's a corner drilled cube song. Hope you enjoyed it. So, cubes, very, very modern, very, very contemporary. Corner drilled cubes, even more so. Loads of lustre. These gemstones are always going to be moving. They're like cola cubes. Another retro sweets. We've mentioned loads of retro sweets today. We've mentioned cherry drops, Highland toffee, cola cubes.
Does it make you feel old though? Because that's all the sweets that I grew up with, and I'm not that old, but they are now.
Penny sweets, they don't even exist anymore, do they? Anyway. Brand new, they're all talking about penny sweets now. Fried egg penny sweets, Mojos.
Oh,
Mojos?
Blackjacks, I used
Fruit
to
salad,
love.
blackjacks.
Blackjacks.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. Corner drilled cubes of carnelian. 200 carats in total. Now, Laura.
Yeah.
I actually meant my producer, Laura. Sorry.
Oh, sorry.
There's 2 Lauras here. It's the first time that's happened today.
So confusing.
Oh, sorry, Lovey. Laura and earlier. We're coming towards the end of the show. Can you just, come on. Just give us an amazing one for this. She says she's already done it. Have you? Oh, have you? Oh, have you? Oh, have you? Really? How amazing. Go on. What? Under £10. What, £9.95, yeah? Go on, what is it? I like it. I like it. I like it. Laura's thought behind this was it could have been £9.95, but at £8.95 you can then free up £1, which you can buy 100 penny sweets with. If they still did penny sweets. That's amazing. Well done, everyone. Loads and loads and loads of gorgeous colours in here. You're pretty much getting every colour from white, from colourless, through to yellow, through to orange, through to red, through to maroon. Pretty much every single colour on that spectrum. And do you know what? I would actually colour grade these. Why not? Have a go at doing it. And do you know what? With my top today, actually, with blue, I think it's great with blue. Orange and blue together.
Yeah. So, do you know, I did, and I had them I think it's sometime last year when you first started doing the bead boxes, and you know you had the orange and the blues and the blacks, and I had the orange ones, and I had some like that, and all I did was put some on a bit of beading wire, stopped it with some crimps, and then put some more. So I had one tiny section there.
Oh, nice.
So it just sat there like that, and then I think one or two just here, and then just as simple as that, and it's really nice. I wear that.
And that's just restranding.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be complicated.
Yeah.
It can be really nice and simple. If you've got a gemstone that looks like this, the gemstones will do so much of the work, if not all of the work, for you. Isn't that great? If you want to come in and get more than one strand of these, just speak to the call centre or Live Help. I think that's great. Well done. £8.95p for your genuine carnelian, and we're going to give you some more deals before the end of the show. But you know what? Could have been £9.95. Do you know what? Go and spend that £1 on penny sweets. Why not? You may as well. 100 penny sweets. They must. Oh, sorry, darling. They must still do penny sweets.
There's somewhere in. There's a place in Bristol. We've got a place called St Nick's Market in Bristol, and they've got a little shop in there now, and it sells. It's like an old corner shop. So it sells.
Ye oldie sweet shop. Is that what it's called?
Something like that.
Yeah.
And it's got all of the big jars up on the shelf, so you can get the paper bag and you say I want.
They still do penny sweets.
Yeah, they do all of the old ones. Can you remember like Nerds and stuff like that?
Yeah, flying saucers.
Yeah, they do all of those. When I come in next, I will bring you both a bag of penny sweets.
Ah, that would be amazing. That would be amazing. Flying saucers.
Right, write down your list. Give me your list and I'll go and get them for you.
I want to go to this sweet shop you talk of. Amazing. Isn't that great? I'm so excited about penny sweets. Right, here we go. Wow, this bundle's massive. How many strands? 7? Ooh. Who can make a sunrise? La 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 la. Da 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 da. Oh, the Candyman can. The Candyman can, 'cause he mixes it with love and makes the world taste good. Who can take a sunrise? La 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 la. It was on telly the other day and I recorded it and I watched that bit. But I do always fast forward through the Cheer Up Charlie song because that's rubbish.
It's really depressing, isn't
Cheer
it?
up Charlie, give us a smart. Right, fast forward. Don't want to hear that. I love Willy Wonka.
Do you like the old one or the original?
The old one,
The
yeah, the
original's
one with
best,
Gene.
isn't it?
What's his name?
Gene Wilder.
Gene Wilder. I was going to say Gene Hackman. That'd be a very different Willy Wonka.
We were trying
Anyway.
to convince the kids to watch that. They weren't very impressed. We were like,
What?
It's an amazing film. Why aren't you watching it?
Oh, anyway, right. 7 strand bundle. Here we go. Howlite. Snowflake Obsidian. La 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 oompa loompa doompa dee doo. Right, Obsidian, Howlite, Rose Quartz. Golden Rutile Quartz. I was looking for a strand of this everywhere. There is not a single strand of this gemstone that I could find on our system yesterday. Amazing Golden Rutile Quartz here. Genuine, Mike TV, genuine freshwater culture pearls, button pearls. Augustus Gloop. Sorry, I'm mixing it with names of Willy Wonka characters. Labradorite rounds and white quartz. This isn't your average 7 strand bundle. There are some absolute beauties in here. This is gorgeous. 7 strands of genuine gemstones here. Beautiful qualities. Looks like you're getting kind of gems of distinction qualities in here. Golden rutile quartz, button pearls, rose quartz. Wowza, this is beautiful, isn't it? Do try this one out. How do you fancy getting all of these strands for one great price? How do you fancy paying less than a tenner a strand? Sounds good to me. How about less than £5 a strand? How about even lower? Here's your deal today. Look at this. Yeah, that's amazing. This is like a luxury 7 strand selection, isn't it? What are the 7-strand selections have you seen recently where you're getting faceted white quartz of this kind of quality and clarity? Labradorite rounds, button pearls, golden rutile quartz. Believe you and I was looking for a strand of this everywhere on our system yesterday. I don't think we've got any. Honestly. Rose quartz, snowflake obsidian. Well, you must have. We've got this one here, but it's in a bundle. And beautiful howlite nuggets as well. Magnesite nuggets. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous bundle. What a price. Stunning, stunning, stunning. Well done. Lots of you there coming through to get this now. It's a super favour. And it really is that, isn't it? The code is MNGC14. Do add this one onto your order. That is lovely. Well done. Now, to give you a bit of a heads up as to what we bought you as part of the early bird special, and believe you and I, we have seen so much wire on today's show. It's been amazing. Oh. To be able to make, in fact, we've given you so much wire on today's show, you could quite easily make these kind of pendants, which Laura has very kindly brought in to show us. Beautiful, aren't they? Stunning. We bought you 1 1/4, 1 1/2, 1 mil, 0.8, 0.6 mil gauge wires. The biggest wire bundle that we bought you, though, with regards to the amount of variety you get, is this one here, with 10 metres of 1mm gauge gold-plated copper wire, 10 metres of 0.4mm gauge gold-plated copper wire, and 100 metres of 0.25mm gauge gold-plated copper wire. So 10 metres, 100 metres of wire, 0.25, 0.4 and 1 mil gauge. Now, Laura has used these as part of her challenge. We're going to see what she's done in just a few seconds. Honestly, wire work pendants like this can take hours and hours and hours to make. If you want them to, they can. Depends how much kind of embellishment you put on them, depends what kind of gemstones you use with them. But all of the gauges of wire that are in the early bird special have been used in these pendants, all of them. Okay, and even more. Because you've got one. We're going to give you, obviously, the price that we bought you earlier on as part of the early bird special. For anyone who missed out on the early bird special, this was your deal. It's just stunning. This is for 120 metres of wire. This should be over £18, but today, yeah, £11.95p for 120 metres of wire. It's amazing, isn't it? It really is incredible. Your 1 mil gauge, perfect for your structure pieces, perfect for your framework, your 0.4 and your 0.25, fantastic as well for your little swirls, for your weaving work as well. In fact, I'll take these gauges of wire over just so we can kind of see them next to the pieces. Laura, don't worry, because I know you haven't finished living.
And I will just very closely, I've done most of it, so I'm just...
Pieces like this are so organic, aren't they?
Yeah, so it's nearly finished.
Oh my words.
I'm here all day.
Look at this. I'm here all day, try the veal.
I'm here all day. So I will quickly finish that off. It's close to the end now. I've just got to finish off those last 3 pieces of wire.
Look at what Laura's made.
So it's not quite finished.
Oh, no, you're so self-deprecating. This is amazing. I can't believe what you've done. This is amazing.
And that's done just literally using those 3 wires. And I haven't even cut the cord of the
white
drops. I've just used one of the quartz. I found a really nice sparkly clear one because I just wanted it to kind of splash through.
Oh, you've used one of the rectangles, yeah.
Just you can't see it too clearly, but it just gives that sparkle. And then I've just been using these labradorites and these pearls. These pearls are so beautiful. They've got a really lovely sheen on them, and I think they kind of really go with the labradorite because they've got that shiller kind of effect on them.
Well, the details for the gemstone bundle is at the bottom of your screen, where you're going to be getting labradorite, genuine freshwater cultured pearls, white quartz nuggets, and faceted rectangles of amethyst, rose quartz, and white quartz, and that's £17.95. With the gold, I think it looks amazing. I really, really do.
It really brings it out. It really does. And it's the first one I've done, like I said, in the gold, and that 1 mil wire is really lovely to use. It's quite soft.
Well, this is interesting actually seeing this in motion, because you've got the 1 mil gauge wire used as the frame, which you can see coming around here.
0.25.
The 0.25, which Laura's literally wrapping around this 1 mil gauge wire to kind of hand coiling this wire. You can really see the kind of the mechanics of the piece, can't you? That is amazing, Laura. I love it. Oh wow, you are! Oh wow, talented lady.
I will finish it. It will only take me about 10 minutes, just because I've been stopping and starting.
That's all right. No, it's fine. We've seen lots of demos from Laura today, so totally fine that she hasn't finished this piece. It's, you know, it takes a long time to make these kinds of pieces. Details for the gemstone bundle at the bottom of your screen, $17.95. Do add it onto your order because they all go together beautifully and work so well. There's 4 strands for $17.95.
Yeah, that's amazing. And you know, with that bundle on its own, you can see I've hardly touched anything. How much I could make out of that.
Yeah.
You know, and having that 100 metres of 0.25 wire, it's
That's
brilliant.
a good point, actually.
You know.
Would you mind putting that on your mat just so we can get a shot of that, just above? You can see how many gemstones.
Oh, this.
Yeah, that.
Sorry.
Lovely. How many gemstones Laura's got left from this bundle at $17.95? She's hardly used any of the gemstones. All of these, $17.95, and of course all the ones that she's used in her challenge as well. Amazing. Laura, thank you so much. Now, you're going to be on The Late Show next. When are you next on The Late Show?
Tonight.
Oh,
I'm on
tonight!
The Double, yeah.
I didn't realise you were on there tonight. Of course, because you're taking your kids to Chocolate World tomorrow.
Chocolate World tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be amazing. You've been amazing today, Laura. Thank you so much. You've worked so incredibly hard. It's been inspirational watching you work with all these wire pieces. And it's just wonderful to have wire work experts on the show. Now, join us for The Late Show tonight between 5 and 9 for more wire work specials with Laura. Thank you very much for joining us, guys. Take care and add to your order as much as you can today. Take care, guys. Bye. Bye.
Do you need a helping hand to get started with Jewellery Maker? Are you stuck for ideas and need inspiration? Then visit our Jewellery Maker website, where you can find our video tutorials. Expand your knowledge and skills with these easy-to-follow jewellery making demonstrations. Whether you're a beginner, hobbyist, or business owner, there's always something new to learn. It couldn't be easier. Simply click and learn some new jewellery making techniques.
The Jewellery Maker Wall of Fame is where you get to showcase your skills as a jewellery designer. And each week, one lucky entrant will win £100 credited to their Jewellery Maker account, and the runner-up receives £50. If you want to enter your design, just send a photo to studio@jewellerymaker.com, or you can post your photos to
Wall of Fame, The Genuine Gemstone Company, Unit 2D, Eagle Road, Moonsmote, Redditch, B989HF.
We all know you need the right tools for the job, so here at Jewellery Maker we have designed a kit to make sure you have all the essentials to join in with the fun. With round nose, flat nose and wire cutter pliers, as well as a reamer, tweezers and a bead scoop, you've got everything you need in one place for just $9.95.